Welcome to Friends at the Table, an actual play podcast focused on critical world building, smart characterization, and fun interaction between good friends. I actually meant to say live at the table, but that's okay. We're just going to roll with it. I'm your host, Austin Walker. Find me on Twitter at Austin_Walker. Where can people find you, Keith?
You can find me on Twitter at Keith J. Carberry. You can find the Let's Plays that I do at youtube.com/runbutton. And you should mark in your calendars April 28th, 24-hour Run Button Marathon on YouTube starting at 7 p.m.
Hell yeah.
Last Saturday in April.
Celebrate.
Celebrate.
What about you, Andy?
Hey, I'm Andy. You can find me on Twitter at Captain Trash, and you can also find me over at videogamechoochoo.com, or you can hear me review different emojis on the podcast Emoji Drome. We're on iTunes.
What is today's emoji?
The most recent episode is the alien face.
That's right.
Yeah.
The next one is that one face that looks like pooping.
Yeah, it is the pooping face.
That's what I'm saying.
What's your least favorite emoji so far?
Um,
and the brand associated with it.
Okay, you're not getting the brand because that's part of the show. You got to listen to that.
Oh, I got to listen.
Nice.
That's part of. We pick our favorites at the end, and we pick our least favorites. It's part of the show. I didn't like the spaghetti episode
of all time.
I mean, I like the spaghetti episode, but I didn't like the spaghetti emoji we were given.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Do you check across types of emoji?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta listen to this
the
fucking
whole thing
show.
is us comparing the different types.
Yeah. That's because some of them are some of those ghosts are bad. What are some of those ghosts that they're giving us?
There's one particular company that sometimes just does weird, incredibly detailed concept art for their emoji.
Yeah, I love emoji, and I love the differences of emoji. I'm a big fan, so I'm going to start listening to Emoji Drome. Where can people find that again?
It's on iTunes, and it's also on Shout Engine, which is available on a bunch of different Android stuff.
Gotcha.
Is it on?
If you just search Emoji Drome on your podcast app, you should hopefully find it. That's DROME at the end, and then.
Is it on Google Play Music?
I don't think so because I don't know how that works yet.
You can just submit it.
Okay. Hopefully soon then.
Not for Spotify, unfortunately, I know because I've tried to get us on Spotify a bunch. Also, speaking of podcasts,
and that's wild that Friends at the Table can't get on Spotify.
It's so much. Art.
Spotify sucks. Whatever.
Where can people find you on the internet?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Tebbel, and you can also check out the new podcast that.
What's good?
Some of us
hyping you up.
Launched today. One song only. A journey through a bracket full of Kanye West songs with me, Austin, and Allie. Teaser episode is up now. First real episode will be up on Monday, and then on a bi-weekly, that's every other week, not twice a week basis from that point on.
Semi-weekly.
Semi-weekly doesn't feel good in the mouth.
No, you're right. No, it's not. I'm just want to clarify.
The intro song is so good that I'm playing it in the background now while I talk. I'd really love if y'all would go check out One Song Only. You can go to onesongonly.com. You can follow again. It's on iTunes already. It's where else is it? It's One Song Pod on Twitter. I'm gonna try to get us One Song Only on Twitter, but I need to the person who has at One Song Only has never used it ever, and so I need to call Twitter and be like, yo, give us One Song Only. We're a podcast now.
I'm really excited to listen to it because I basically don't have any thoughts about Kanye West at all.
It is a really fun thing to do, to be like, oh, I'm going to just listen to these, so we're doing it 4 matchups at a time, right? So that's 8 songs. That's how math works. And so we can just go in and, listen to those 8 songs, and you'll come out having heard us talk about them for an hour. It's been really, really fun.
If I understand that there is an arc to Kanye West, but I don't know what that arc is, will this podcast help me understand that arc?
I believe so. Art, would you say so?
I mean, not in the first episode it won't, but I think by the end...
Well, you
gotta
gotta have an arc to describe an arc, right?
Awesome. So a couple other things before we kick off. One, I want to let people know that the next set of postcards will be being sent out tomorrow. There was a hold up on every possible side on those, but those are going out, and also the next one is already being made, so we should be able to start catching up a little bit faster, which is good. I think that, I'm just double checking right now. Shipped tomorrow on air, says Allie. Oh, no, sorry. She's saying, can I say that on air? which is what we
you're
are
on
on.
air.
I'm on air. I'm on. Yeah, I know. No, you know. You know on air, being shipped tomorrow, and then the next one should follow up pretty soon after that, I hope. And I also want to apologize for the Bluff City delay. There was supposed to be a Bluff City by now, and said there would be 2 next month, just like last month there were 2. The holdup there is on my part largely. It's a thing I wrote about on Waypoint, but I've not actually mentioned on a microphone here. I lost someone pretty close to me this month to a really shitty thing. There was some gun violence involved. Dark with the worst darkly ironic scheduling of being the same week that Waypoint was doing its week on guns and games. And so that kind of threw my schedule entirely off this month. And so a lot of, it's on top of people having travel, and like the scheduling was already, we came into this month with a very tight window for when we could record stuff, and it all just kind of fell apart when that happened. And so we're back in catch-up mode a little bit, but we should be able to get back in place within the next couple of weeks. The same thing goes for Map Maker and Pusher updates. I'm just waiting on a few more things for the first of those 2 Pusher updates, and then the other Map Maker update, the March Map Maker update, should go up tomorrow. I was just waiting for this Twilight Mirage episode from last night / today to go up. And so now that that's up, I can do the other Map Maker update, and then 2 more Pusher updates will go up soon after that. And then we will, again, continue doing the next month's bluffs. I'm very excited for them. We haven't recorded them yet, but I'm super excited. It's Worldwide Wrestling RPG, which we kind of teased a couple of times. And so look forward to those. I'm stoked.
That was the original Bluff City, right?
That was one of the 2 things for original Bluff City. We didn't have a game for we didn't have like a game set up for the other one.
No, but it was like the thing you're doing with that.
Yes.
Like that was the idea, was wrestlers.
Bruce Springsteen was the Bruce Springsteen
wrestlers.
Bluff City pitch, the season 4 quote unquote pitch from the counterweight postmortem was not sad wrestlers necessarily, but like Bruce Springsteen driven like Americana, melancholy Americana, city on the rocks, people who don't know whether they should stay and help the place out and stick with their families and friends, or try to make a break for it on their own and go to the big city and escape the town that's falling apart. And that is definitely was the heart of one half of the Bluff City game. The other half was going to be it was going to be a mystery. It was going to be a murder mystery. And it still kind of is in a sense, right? We've already got the Hector Who part of that a couple of episodes ago. And that sort of supernatural, Twin Peaksy, slightly X-Files-y, slightly like noirish stuff is definitely what I would consider the other major half of what originally was Bluff City. And now those are still going to be the 2 major themes, I think, if you look through the like even going back to Fiasco, that if you take like Fiasco, what was the name of that? A Bird, a Boxer, and a Bowling Alley. And then you look at No Greater Love. Those are the 2 like vibes of the show for sure. And so I'm very excited to finally be getting to Worldwide Wrestling RPG. And everything else that comes after is still also very exciting. So
I'm really excited to be in a second arc of Bluff.
Yeah.
Would you say that people trying to get to the wrestling show should leave plenty of time because the highway is jammed with broken heroes on a last chance power drive?
I would say that, yes.
Okay,
I would say
great.
that. All right. Let's actually get into this. Today, we are playing, finally...
Get into what? Wait, we're doing something?
Oh, yeah, we're also going to do this. Primetime Adventures, a game of television drama by Matt Wilson. We set up the characters and the show like a month and a half ago now, let's say, 6 weeks ago. We are going to be continuing our game. I'm going to make sure yeah, okay, good. We're seeing the right thing on the screen. We are continuing our game. We're actually kicking it off with our pilot episode today. The name of the show that we created is Aliens in the Outfield. It is a game about, I guess, like the basic premise as we kind of finalized it is y'all are aliens who have been sent to Earth to evaluate whether or not it should be destroyed. You've been sent along with another group who is here to prove that it should be destroyed. You're here to prove that it shouldn't be destroyed. And you're undercover as members of a baseball team, or 2 of you are anyway. The group of aliens is undercover as a baseball team, or as part of a baseball team. Did we decide if it was from Bluff City? Or if it was just... We decided it was like popular in Bluff City. The show was popular.
It was the most popular show in Bluff City.
I don't think the team I don't think is in a... I don't think the team is in Bluff City. I think the team is somewhere else.
Okay. We'll have to figure that out shortly.
I'm voicing my support for that it takes place in Bluff City, or at least a Bluff City inspired town.
I would not mind it being in Bluff City. Like, it feels, if minor league baseball team in Bluff City is a thing we've wanted to do for a while, and we're pretty close to it, so I feel like we should just commit to the bit. The alternative is to have the other team be from Bluff City, but that doesn't make sense for why people in Bluff City, like the rival team. I feel like if it's a big deal in Bluff City, it should be because these people like seeing that it's their own thing. In any case, y'all are playing a combination of the coach of that team and 2 other members of the team. On top of being a baseball team, that team has also landed a deal with like a local news, or not even a local news. I kind of imagine it being like Comcast or Spectrum, or one of the other big networks, one of the other big, not networks, but what do you call it? Providers, like cable companies, to do like shitty programming, almost even for their guide, their like TV guide. Do you know how you get like the little picture-in-picture thing when you're looking at the TV guide?
Like the TV guide channel?
Yeah, like the TV guide channel of just like weird things around the country. And so you are documentarians you are literally alien documentarians making documentaries about Earth to send back to your aliens to decide whether or not to blow up Earth. But also, the baseball team has taken a deal to make a documentary about weird stuff, or like to make reality TV programming, whatever you want to call it.
Do we sell the stuff? Is this like QVC too?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's just like, in this segment, we're taking a look at the Liberty Bell or the whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And
because there was definitely like a salvage aspect to
there
it.
is. So I think there was like an
stuff.
Yes.
Like, antiquing. Yeah.
Antiquing for sure is one of the things I've written down here. Can we go over your characters before we kick things off? Let's start with Andy.
Help me remember that, yeah.
Yeah, please. Let's start with Andy, because Andy, you're on the left here.
All right. So my character is named Llewellyn. Both spelled different ways. The whole idea behind them is that they're an alien. They are Mothman. They are a Mothman, disguised as the team's mascot, and they are also producing the television show that we've been sent here to make in fiction.
Good.
Do you want me to just go through what I have written down here?
Yeah, totally.
For their appearance, I've kind of tweaked this since we last recorded. I
Sure.
originally just had them at the sort of like classic, like, it's a big white moth.
Right.
But I looked up different types of moths. So I found one called the garden tiger moth that's got this kind of like speckled pattern on it.
This is nice. Look at this moth.
Yeah. So
Good
I kind of
moth.
was thinking like that for the color scheme. Llewellyn's very fuzzy as a moth, and they're kind of like, they have like weird gangly limbs because they are also a cryptid.
Right, of course.
Which means, they've got to look kind of cryptidy.
Right. And you're the team
Puff Daddy era.
You're playing the team mascot, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your issue?
I don't know if I wrote that down. I think my issue was that like I am in charge of making sure this show is good and that the planet doesn't get destroyed.
You've written down pressure here, and I think we should make it clear that it's like,
I think I wrote that down quickly because I was like, we'll come back to this next week.
Yeah, so pressure that the show is good. That's good. And then your impulse is
they're very high strung and very like perfectionist with the show is the problem.
Cool.
So they're like very like a little overbearing when it comes to it and a bit of a workaholic.
Right. What is your personal set?
I have a video editing desk in the half-finished basement of the coach's house.
Right.
Where I do all my work, which means I basically am living in the coach's basement, I think.
Remember, you're all living in an apartment.
No, for sure. I feel like there's definitely going to be episodes where it's like 6 a.m. Oh, man.
Got us to stay over tonight. Yeah.
Llewellyn's in the basement again because there's another pot of coffee on, and also it's got weird alien stuff in it.
So the coach obviously knows that you're all aliens, right, Coach?
Yes.
Okay, but does the family know that you're a Mothman?
I thought that the terrible uncle didn't.
Terrible uncle definitely doesn't.
Wait, terrible uncle is the team owner's terrible uncle, not my character's terrible.
Oh, I thought he was your brother.
Ches?
Yeah, I thought Ches was your
Chez
brother.
Was your brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ches is my yes.
There's
Ches is
also
Ches
the
is
team owner. There's a separate character.
I lost my name. I had my name up here,
Did you? Did you fill it in?
I did.
and then it was gone.
Wait, let me just check the other side.
is
Oh,
it
I got
not-
it. I got it. I got it.
James Gandolfini-esque? Is that
No,
not
I
your-
got it. I got it. So I had to copy this over and move it over. So there we go. You got it back.
Okay.
It's a good name. It's a good name. We'll get there.
I also have a team owner name to pitch that I might want to do in the chat. I might not want to say this out loud.
Go ahead and pitch it in the chat. We have a few more things to get through with Llewellyn, Andy's character. What is your edge?
So my edge is that Llewellyn's a giant nerd.
Yep,
Basically. I think the way I mentioned this in the last episode is both like they're a nerd for what they're doing, but they're also kind of a nerd about humans.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just very like enthusiastic about learning stuff.
Yeah, I'm into that. Totally still into that. And then you have two connections. Who are your connections?
So we don't have a name for this character, but the whatever alien is sort of like bankrolling the show, I guess, or
Right.
producing our show. My boss, basically.
Right.
And then also our
Any
ringer.
idea? We have no idea for that alien boss name, do we?
I don't have anything because I'm bad with alien names. That's why I just repeated a name twice.
Let's. I still think Llewellyn's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I like Llewellyn a lot.
Keith Art, do you have a
that's
showrunner boss alien name by any chance?
Ooh, showrunner boss alien
Oh.
name.
Showrunner boss alien.
Think about it. We'll wrap back around.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it possible that it's like there's just like a team, it's like a team, like it's like the station manager, it's like some like.
Oh, that's
broad-
good.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah. So like, the station managers, or is there like a there's just like shadowy figures who show up on the TV every now and then, or like on your
Yeah.
your communicator, basically.
Yeah, and they have some like low dark rumble, and then we're
Right.
like, we're sorry guys, like we understand your low dark rumbles.
It's like the senior partners from Angel, basically the whatever the fuck that Wolfram and Hart. It's like you don't actually ever see them, but you know they are bad news. Who's your other connection?
My other connection is our ringer, Jack to Hell. The incredibly buff alien who's very good at getting home runs.
Perfect. Great.
Because he's jacked to hell.
Because he's Jack to Hell. That's
Jack to Hell.
Does he just go by that name? Except like, does he just do like Jack to Hell?
Maybe like Jack T. Hall.
Jack T. Hall. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. It's his fake human name.
Yeah, he's very clever. He's not.
He's not. He's not at all. All right. So speaking of clever people, tell me about your character, Art.
Frankie Beanball Bianchi.
All right.
You could convince me that's supposed to be pronounced Bianchi, but I don't think
It's
so.
Bianchi.
I think the CH is a K.
That
is a
was
K.
I read it as Bianchi, but I like Bianchi. So
All right. He's
it
kind of like
has
a
to be.
washed up, over the hill baseball player. He's a pitcher. And he's the player manager of this team.
Okay.
I put his appearance as James Gandolfini-esque
Right.
because I think everyone in New Jersey should be played by James Gandolfini in the TV or movie adaptation.
Fair. He's explicitly played in the show by the Bluff City character Blake Blossom, who was also playing the bad guy, the corrupt chief in the '86. That was our Action Movie World game.
can this be like a Catch-22 thing where the James Gandolfini-esque character is played by James Gandolfini?
It can't because we already announced it, because I already have Blake Blossom as the James Gandolfini
that's fine.
established in this. But you know who plays Blake
no
Blossom?
Henry Fonda.
But you know who plays Blake Blossom? James Gandolfini. So when we eventually do the episode that's just about acting, then where someone plays Blake Blossom, there is where we will say that is just James Gandolfini playing Blake Blossom.
Okay,
Rest
got
in
it.
peace.
Yeah, seriously. Not happy about this Sopranos prequel movie. I'm not ready for it. Anyway,
It's a terrible idea.
a bad
There
one.
are so many. Just do a different.
there's a lot of stories. There's lots of stories you could tell. IP, I guess. Anyway, talk to me more about your issues and your impulses.
His issue is doubt. His doubt in his declining physical abilities, his doubts in his ability to lead this team, and his doubts about the whole alien thing, honestly.
Fair.
It's a lot,
When things go bad, what is his impulse?
His impulse is to be unsupported.
Great.
And I think of that as like, we've seen that character 100 times.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Love to have an unsupportive coach. What is your personal set?
The coach's office.
Cool.
It's probably real small, but it's got a nice desk.
The personal sets are important because there are ways for you to get resources back by having scenes inside of them. It's worth knowing about that. All right, so tell me about your traits, your edges, and your connections.
My edge is veteran ball player.
Okay. So you've been around the block, you know how to play baseball, you can kind of call on that whenever it makes sense to say like, oh, well, I know this from my time as a ball player.
Yeah, I think that's good. I hope that comes up a lot in the show about being a baseball team.
We'll see.
Yeah, here we go. Here's hoping.
Uh-huh.
My connections...
Do you help with the antiquing? What do you do when we're antiquing?
We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
He'll have to be in some of those scenes probably. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
My connections are my brother Ches, who is the scumbag owner of the apartment complex that the aliens live in.
It's like a converted
Shay
motel,
Ches.
right?
Like a slumlord, like a motel owner slumlord.
Right. Did you say it's called Shay Ches?
Yes.
Perfect.
Just real quick, I was echoing just real quick on someone else's headphones. I don't know who it was. I think it might be Austin.
Probably me. I'll turn myself down in a second. Right down here. Owner of Shay Ches. Perfect.
And the owner of the baseball team is the other connection, and we've worked out his name in the chat, and it's Paulie Patio.
Perfect. No one will see through it.
I missed that. When you said chat, I thought it was the other chat.
The live, the YouTube chat. No. All right.
No, the third chat, the Roll20 chat.
Oh, the Roll20 chat. We have a lot of chats. All right, Keith, tell me about your alien.
Okay, so I have written here, it says alien name, Keith, no alias.
God damn it.
Real names, no gimmicks.
That's right. So, okay. Your name of your alien. You're Keith. You're playing an alien whose name is Keith. And the alien does not have a fake name to hide that they're an alien.
It turns out that it was an Earth name, too.
It just worked out that way.
It's a coincidence.
Just worked out that way, yeah.
Love it. Tell me what Keith. Hey, Keith. Oh, wait, so is Nathan not involved in this one?
We can do that. Nate, I legally am not. Sorry, I legally am not.
All right. Tell me about what Keith looks like.
So Keith is really small. And like very, very small, like gingerbread man size.
Okay.
And uses a suit to stretch him out to, like, average height.
Okay. What is your issue and what is your impulse?
My issue, not contributing enough to the team.
Okay.
My small size and then stretchy suit makes being an athlete really difficult because I'm not used to being in a body this big, and I don't have body this big muscles.
Gotcha.
And my impulse is that I'm closed off. The frustration of wanting to be good at doing the baseball part, wanting to be good at that is frustrating, and close myself off.
What is your personal set?
I live inside one of the lockers in the locker room, and that's my personal set.
Gotcha. And
is this the end of Men in Black?
That's what we talked about. Yeah, I literally cited the end of Men in Black in the world building episode. Yes,
right?
sorry, Men in Black 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your traits, your edges, and your connections?
So my edge is I'm most suited to antiquing in both body and attitude.
Why does a small body make you more suited to antiquing?
I can dig through piles.
True.
All right.
True, he's got you. He's got you there.
I just wanted to know. I wasn't doubting him.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, you're a James Gandolfini-esque ex-baseball player manager of a minor league team. You don't know about antiquing aliens.
True.
I don't. I really
Got
don't.
you there.
Also, Art the person doesn't know a lot about antiquing aliens.
Hopefully you'll learn. This is like a whole learning experience for all of us.
My connections, Art's son,
right,
who loves aliens and baseball and needs mentorship.
Do we know?
I can't remember
if we have a name for that. Oh, because the coach is unsupportive. Because Frankie Beanball Bianchi is not the most supportive.
Not a good dad. Okay,
yeah. Yeah.
He's nicknamed Beanball.
Did I say beanbag? All right. Well, okay, we're good. Let me just put that one in my back pocket.
That's what Joe's called.
There's a local sports call-in show.
Yeah, I got it already. Don't worry. I got the names. You'll find them out very shortly.
Okay, great. So I'm friends with the host of the call-in show.
Yep. Okay.
The show that people call
100%. I don't even want to talk about it because we're going to start there. I'm very excited.
Hey there, Austin. We got a lot of baseball to talk about today.
We do. All right. Ready to I think that's kind of it right now. So we're going to kick it off. Some important starting things here. Let me just walk us through how this all works. So the first thing I do is I calculate my budget. My budget is how I kind of influence scenes. My budget is that I add up everybody's current screen presence. It's 2 for each of you because it's the pilot episode. I multiply that number by 3. I did this budget wrong because I counted myself as a player. That's what happened here. This budget is just completely wrong, which is fine. It's good to be wrong sometimes.
This is why we had to get retooled.
Wait, these X's that we have here, that's what we're talking about?
Yeah. Do you see how you have the one that's like
the screen presence
stuff? All of your screen presences are 2, right? For this first episode. Yes.
For this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, my mouse is fucked. Yeah, so your screen presences are 2. Screen presence is like, how important are you to this specific episode? Because like most TV shows, that changes from episode to episode. Sometimes you get a character who's like the spotlight character. So it is, what is it? It's 2 times 3. No, it's 2 plus 2 plus 2 times 3. So 6 times 3 is 18. Plus then I add another 3. So my starting budget is 21. Nope. Yes, 21. Math is good. Love to math. Then we set up the audience pool. When you start an episode, place a pool or bowl rather in the middle, and put a token in there for every protagonist. After that, whenever the producer spends budget, that many tokens go into the bowl. Those tokens are the audience pool. This is all going to make a little bit more sense once we really kick things off. I'm going to make these smaller is what I'm going to do. So we're going to get more. And you're going to spend audience pool in some scenes, which we'll get to, again, momentarily. Anytime during the episode, any player except for the producer can take a token from the audience pool and award it to another player as fan mail. Award it for whatever makes the game more fun. Snappy dialogue, great use of traits, exciting narration, or advancement of the plot. When you do this, you're effectively telling someone, that was great, and I hope you do more of it. Each player can award at most 1 point of fan mail per scene. At the end of the episode, if there are any tokens left in the audience pool, they are discarded. So make sure to award those, but remember, you can only award 1 per scene. All your screen presences are 2. All right, so here's the basic structure. I'm going to give us the order of play so that it makes sense. We start off with a teaser. It was a kind of a teaser scene that I'll start. That'll set up whatever the big picture stress is, whatever the big picture issue is. We'll play through that. Then we're going to create a scene. Then we're going to go through 4 acts of play. We might not get through all 4 today, but we're going to do our best to do it. We'll see. For each act, every player will create a scene. Those scenes don't have to be very long, but each of them will have some sort of conflict in it that we'll work through. The 4-act structure is, Act 1, you introduce the problem. Act 2, you add complication. Act 3, you add more complications. Act 4, you resolve the problem. The book is really good about digging into what those acts are and kind of like what each step looks like. So if you ever have any questions about that, you can always refer to the book and kind of get a little bit more clarity. And then after that, I'll put together a denouement because none of you are the spotlight character. If you had the soul level 3 screen presence, you could kind of wrap the episode up in that way. But since everyone's level 2, I'm going to do the wrap up there. Any questions about that overall structure? Everything else should kind of start to make sense as we play.
Yeah.
All right.
When you said you had the budget wrong, I thought that you meant that we did the screen presence calculation all
No,
wrong.
that was fine. No, thank God, that was fine. I just have this budget. This is like how many points I have to spend to make things go my way, basically, or to influence things so that they go a little bit more, not my way, but just to make them more challenging or to add more doubt or chance to things. So this is
very glad of my symmetrical screen presence.
It's very you have like an entire. Yes, you kind of go dip, 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 dip. Yeah, that's good. That's a good screen presence. For people who don't know, that's the sound that the screen presence of 2 1 3 1 2 sounds like.
Dip,
dip, dip, dip, dip. Yeah. Oh wow, you can do it back the other way. Wow.
Yeah, it's palindromic.
Wow.
It's a palindromic scene presence.
Oh, I was just saying, no, you can do me doing you doing any sound, which is unbelievable, honestly.
It's part of any sound.
All right, so the first scene of every episode is a teaser, a situation set up by the producer, and will usually introduce a plot-level problem and set up a situation for the spotlight protagonist if there is one. The producer has a choice with the teaser. Either A, we just use to provide a short bit of narration and exposition, or B, play it out like a regular scene. If the latter, then the producer decides whether it's a character or a plot scene, and then chooses the scene ingredients. So there are two types of scenes, and you'll be picking those throughout the game. You'll be able to tell me, oh, this is a character scene, or this is a plot scene. In character scenes, the thing at play, I mean, this is true for both the division here is kind of strategic or kind of like technical. There's overlap here. These are porous categories. But in character scenes, the focus is how does the protagonist deal with the issue at hand, and does their impulse come into play? Can they resist their impulse? And so those are scenes mainly about characterization. Obviously, plot might advance. There's something up for grabs that they want or don't want, but it's not the focus. The focus is how do they handle things. Then there are also plot scenes, and in plot scenes, the focus is does the protagonist get what they want? Obviously, again, impulses will come into play. If you fail, there's a chance that your impulse could fuck you over. Or not even if you fail, but there's kind of a yes and, yes but, no and, no but setup in terms of results, where like, hey, good things and bad things can happen at once. A lot of that revolves around issues and impulses. So, for this first scene, it is a character scene. This is going to be an opening scene that's about introducing everybody to your characters, and it begins in the local radio station. Does anybody remember what the Bluff City radio station's call signs were? God, it's been so long.
It's been a really long time.
Is there a Bluff City wiki yet?
No. Oh, WBRK The Break.
Right. Oh, man.
Great name. Good name.
Yeah, that was really good.
WBRK. So, I think we get, like, the way I'm imagining the show being shot is,
Can someone do, like, the call sign commercial song, like where they sing the letters?
WBRK, The Break, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, at first I thought it was going to be edgier, but then that makes sense.
Oh, no, I think it's, my touchdown
maybe some shows, maybe like the Morning Zoo guys.
Definitely. The way I'm imagining this show being shot, and we kind of compared it to The Office at one point because we could imagine there being kind of confessionals on this show because of the double documentary, like faux documentary layers going on here. But I also imagine a lot of the production element stuff being shot the way Sorkin's Sports Night is, the one Sorkin show that I still have a deep fondness for in my heart. And I kind of really like the idea of the siren stopping outside my window. I really like the idea of kind of opening here. I'm just going to let the siren pass before we continue. Sorry. All right, I think it's actually quieter now. We kind of open with, I imagine there's some music in the background, some like really plucky bass and like synthy stuff that's like very it's just very like scene setting. It's very like easy to ignore to some degree. It's just kind of providing an audio bed of like action, and you see people. I think we get a shot of Llewellyn with the camera and like are you holding a camera and also doing like a boom mic at the same time? How do you deal with recording audio and visuals at the same time?
Shotgun mic on the end of the...
Yeah, I was going to probably say, like, for this, it'd probably be a shotgun mic.
Okay.
I think they definitely do have, like, a lot of that more cumbersome equipment.
Yes. Okay.
That's funny.
So yeah, you're holding that and filming them. Are you decked out in gear? Are you decked out in Bluff City? Whatever. Oh, we need a name for the team still. So start brainstorming about. We need a name for that right away. Actually, don't we?
Bluff City,
The Gamblers.
Bruisers.
Gamblers. What else was that? Was that Cruisers?
I said Bluff City Bruisers.
Bruisers. That's not bad.
I wanted to be something.
Yeah, you want the B name. B
Bluff City
words.
Bandits. Bluff City. Ball games.
That's not it. That ain't it. Bluff City.
I mean, this is not an MLB team.
The Bluff City Ball Players, and the mascot is just a guy playing baseball.
Bluff City Bar, Bluff City Bank, Bluff City Bets. I'm looking at gambling terminology here. Betters, that's not great. Bluff City
The
Big
Bluff
Blind.
City Bosses for like pit
Oh,
bosses.
bosses isn't bad. Oh well, it's bad for another reason. I can't tell you why yet. So it can't be bosses.
You're really limiting me by these secret
Bluff
conditions
City
I can't know about.
Blaster. That's an alien one.
Bluff City Bingos is not bad.
Am I dressed up as a giant bingo card in my mascot suit?
Maybe Bluff City Bluffs. That's not it. It can't be that.
There, someone in the chat has blackjacks, and we could also be black jackets.
That's wait. What are black jackets?
Well, the
just like a
jacket is
thing.
the
Because like
uniform.
Columbus's NHL team is the Blue Jackets. I don't think that's anything.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying like, wait, aren't the Blue Jackets like some sort of like revolutionary, like war thing? Isn't that the
Did we
idea?
fight a lot of Revolutionary War in Ohio?
Probably. Yeah, Ohio.
I
Oh,
don't
no,
look it
no,
up.
no, no. Civil War. Blue Jackets. Civil War.
Well, who knows what kind of wars we fought in Bluff City and what
Good call.
jackets people wore.
I kind of like the Black Jackets. I kind of like it. Minor league
And then
baseball
they can be
team.
called the Blackjacks, of course.
Right, I get you. Like that, you get both of them. Like real fans do, like the Blackjacks. You know. All right, cool. Maybe we know what the Bluff City Blackjackets are already, and we maybe they have to do with the not yet having happened weird revolution that came from No Greater Love that somehow is like in the ether, and people know that the Black Jackets are like a thing, even though they're like the Black Slacks, but for Bluff City. All right.
So it's like the team is named after the soldiers who fight in the war in the future.
The war in the future, but no one really. They just know the Black Jackets. They're great. They're heroes, of course. Everybody remembers. All right. Is 21 a lot in baseball? 21 is very much a lot in baseball.
Yeah, that's a lot in
Yes.
baseball. That's a fun game.
Yes. All right. So you're filming it, and then we get the shot of the remainder, three more people on one side of a radio booth. It is Jack to Hell, who someone will have to describe momentarily. It is Frankie Beanball Bianchi, and it is Keith. It is Keith, no alias. Keith, what's the back of your jersey say? Is it just say Keith?
This Carberry.
Okay. It's the whole name. It's the whole fucking name.
Fuck.
What whole name?
Don't worry about it. So it's the three of you, and then on the other side are people you know and recognize, Keith. It is Ross and the Boss, Ross Rossi, the WBRK radio show host, and Boss Man Burke Bridges. Ross and the Boss are the WBRK sports show.
Springsteen has sued them so many times.
So
but
many.
They've got good lawyers.
They got great lawyers, like fantastic lawyers. I think Ross.
I mean, they get those Bluff City crime lawyers.
That's true. Ross Rossi is very much the guy who's gonna tell it to you straight. He's been a fan of the game since the time he was a little kid. The first time he stepped out and his daddy handed him a wiffle ball bat. He knew that baseball was America's sport and that it was the great metaphor for life. And the boss man's back here, and he calls it like he sees it. Kim is their producer, or was years ago, but he still refers to Kim regardless of who the producer is currently. And they have you they're talking to you about your rivalry with the Bloomington Blooms. They are the team from Bloomington, Indiana, who the other
BLUMS.
Excuse me?
Like Judy Bloom?
No, I think it's BLOOMS, like a bloom, like a flower bloom.
So a lot of people don't think it's the Bloomington Blums.
Yes, they want to be very careful about that one. And they are taking calls. You've been on the show already. I think we get a shot of the clock ticking for the segment, and it's already been 18 minutes. And you can see that Jack to Hell is kind of sweating a little bit. And I think what's Jack to Hell look like?
He's Jack to Hell.
He's real big.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay. He leans forward and he's
like Bardock.
and he's just like, not Broly? Bardock?
Bardock. Well, they're all big. They're all fucking
Broly
really
is
big.
way bigger than Bardock, though.
He's Bardock with Broly's arms.
Got you. Okay. He leans forward. We catch him going like 6, 7 home runs. 6, 7, somewhere in there. And just leans back away from the microphone. And we get Ross Rossi going like, all right, we're gonna go to the phones and see what Bluff City has to say about their favorite blackjacks. And
who's on the mic right now? Are we all on the mic?
The three of you are on the mic, and Andy, you are Llewellyn, you are filming, but you're all in the scene. So that is, everyone is here right now. No one has to spend fan mail to join the scene. Everyone is just already here. And then you get a call. The caller comes through. Hey Ross, hey boss. This is Mike from Millville. Listen. I understand the team couldn't afford to stay in the league without this special reality TV show thing, but antiquing, whatever you want to call it. I don't care about money. What I care about is pennants. I care about winning pennants. You got to win. You got to win. You got to get the championship. How are we supposed to win? How are we supposed to win when you got these knuckleheads paying more attention to the world's biggest fork or whatever instead of trying to score runs? Huh? And Ross Rossi looks at the three of you. Actually, looks right to you, Frankie, and says, how about it, Coach?
What's the question is, how can I look at a fork and play baseball? I think I've been looking at forks my whole life, and I've played baseball just fine.
Anything from you, Jack to Hell? Jack T. Hall. They don't know his real name. Mr. Hall. And Jack is sweating pretty bad. And just says 6, 7 home runs each time.
And another thing, if our so-called fair weather fans could put down their own forks once in a while, maybe we wouldn't have to be renovating the ballpark.
Oh,
I'm just saying, our bathrooms are a disaster at the end of these games. A disaster.
You heard it from Frankie Beanbag Bianchi, folks. He thinks
That's not my nickname.
He thinks you should be careful in the bathrooms.
During this, there's a very slow zoom in, especially when it like crash zooms in when he says beanbag, just so they can get the closest shot of Frankie going, that's not my name.
All right, we should do cards and see actually how the rest of this goes. But we basically just get kind of call after call of people grilling you on this. This is the first game of the year.
On the reality TV show thing?
On the radio show, people are calling in. Yeah, on the reality TV show thing. Yes.
Yeah.
This is the first time you're going up against the Blooms. They are your nemesis. They are your rivals, and so they really. This is the first time people are like, all right, this fucking reality TV show thing has gone too long. It's time to know what's really happening here. And whether or not they can actually come through. So, at this point, we need to deal cards. So, the way this works, the crisis is basically, do you have Bluff City behind you? That is the question at hand, or the kind of core conflict of this opening scene is, does Bluff City believe in their black jackets? So the way this works is we get cards. I need to look at the card section. 1 second.
Oh my god! So this whole time there was like a symbol on my page, and I was like, "What does that symbol mean? What is that?" It's my little guy that I drew in your protagonist.
Yes,
here.
I did see that.
I forgot that that's what that was. I was trying to figure out what it was.
That's your little guy. It is.
That's Keith Carberry.
That is. Is that what Keith Carberry looks like? It's good to know. Finally, I'll zoom in on that so people can really see. There he is. There's the boy. All right. So crisis time. Deal the cards. Shuffle and draw the cards for the producer. Start by assigning someone to shuffle the deck. I'll just do that right now. Let's recall everything. Let's make sure everything's here. Should probably actually go through and get rid of those jokers. 1 second. How do I do that? How do I get rid of those jokers? Let's see. I think it's over here somewhere.
Should probably get rid of those jokers when the call drops and we're all gone.
What? No, I don't.
Jokers.
I feel like I've missed something. What's the bit? I'm missing the bit.
Like you call people a joke. Never mind.
Oh, I see. Like you're the joker.
We're the jokers.
Yeah.
I get you. How do I get rid of this?
One day we'll need cards for a Roll20 game, and it will work good.
Yeah, I know how to get rid of cards.
But you don't know how to not have drawn one.
Well,
right?
I know how to put one back in. I know how to add cards. What I don't know off the top of my head is how to. Oh, here we go. Remove, save changes, and then fuck this. Oh, there we go. There it is. Delete card. Boom. Got rid of that one. And we got to get rid of one more here. And I'll shuffle again. In real life, we would just rip this card up. Delete card. There we go. Boom. Save changes. Hit and shuffle. Hitting the old shuffle button. Shuffle that deck. All right, so start by assigning someone to shuffle the deck. Did it. Deal one card to the producer, face down. Deal one card to me, Austin, face down. Boop. There it is. It's down here. The producer can get additional cards also face down by spending budget, 1 point per card. The producer can spend up to 5 points of budget to get additional cards. Scenes where the producer spends 5 budget are quote-unquote whoa moments for everyone at the table. I'm going to spend 3 on this opening thing. I want it to feel real. So I'm going to drop my budget from 21 back down to 18. It's a big spend, I'm not going to lie. And then I'm going to deal myself 3 more cards.
Has the first episode of the reality show come out?
Yeah, it's been running. At this point.
It's been running.
Yes,
okay.
yes. 2,
so these callers, they don't like the show, or maybe they don't care that they like it.
They care about baseball. You know, that's what they care about is baseball.
So they don't care whether or not they don't care even if they like the show.
Right. Okay. Exactly. And maybe even some of the callers, the things they're calling in and saying is like, "What are you even going to find in Bloomington? Bloomington doesn't have anything. There's nothing interesting in Bloomington."
We are die-hard minor league fans.
Right, exactly. Yes. All right, so draw cards for the protagonists. Once the producer has drawn cards, the participating players decide how many cards they get for their protagonist. First, you each will get cards equal to your current screen presence, which is 2. Second, if you have any traits that might apply, you can use them for an extra card each. You can only use traits once each per episode for each point of screen presence. So, if this is a scenario where you'd like to say, oh, actually, as a veteran baseball player, I should be able to ease their concerns, Art, for instance, you could you could use that one time to add another card to your kind of hand here.
Sure, that does sound right, but I don't know if I want to. I only get 2 of these?
So you get 2 of those per thing. So you can invoke your team owner connection twice, your Ches card or your Ches connection twice, and your veteran ball player card twice.
What do you mean per thing? Which
per episode?
Episode?
Per
Okay.
episode, yeah.
Episode per trait.
Per trait, yes. And then but then when you do a scene in your personal set, you can reset your you can reset your uses, so you can actually get back.
Sold.
All right, so you're going to use.
I also, by the way, I have friends with the host.
Yes, you totally do. So that's another great one. Do you want to use that one here?
Yeah, I want to use that.
Okay, so I'm actually going to mark here with an X that you're each using that one time. So you're using friends with the call-in show hosts. You're using your veteran ball player thing. So I think that the part of the question here for me is not the question, but the question for the scene for Frankie. I think that it's mostly about, this is a character scene, right? So this is about whether or not. Sorry, I have to look at a thing here. Whether or not you come across as impulsive. Or sorry, not impulsive, unsupportive, if your impulse kind of overrides and you kind of let your players hang themselves. Do you know what I mean? Or if you back them up. If you let them kind of like get themselves in trouble. For Keith, the situation is whether or not you're able to actually speak up, right? Or if you just get so closed off.
One of my other things is that I'm really loud.
That should be... then that should probably be your impulse. The thing
Well, I'm emotionally closed off, not about to my team. It was to my team that I'm closed
okay.
off.
Well, the thing that's going to be at stake should be that impulse. So that means that you again maybe the impulse there is that you start blaming them. Like the possible downside has to be tied to your impulse for this scene.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? So like if you fuck up here, if the cards don't go your way, the thing that happens is that you give into your impulse. So you should be thinking about.
No, that makes sense. I can still I can work that into that. I'm loud.
Okay, cool, totally. As long as it's about being closed off. And then I think for Llewellyn, your high strongness could just interfere maybe if things go bad.
By the way, that's something that I didn't read when we went over characters. It says here, used to speaking up from a small body, is now pretty loud.
Totally. That's your manner of speech, yes.
Yeah.
Llewellyn, are you spending any of your traits, or you just going to roll with the 2?
I think I'm just gonna roll with the 2.
Okay.
No, I think I'm gonna roll with the 2 for now.
Okay. So that
I don't want to lock
means...
that off for the entire episode yet.
Nothing wrong
Totally.
with the two.
So I'm going to give you 2 cards. Don't look at these yet, if possible. It goes for all of you. So you get 2 cards. And then Keith, you get 3. And then Art, you get 3. Again, don't look at these if possible. All right. So... You can only use traits once. The third thing you could do is spend fan mail for additional cards. 1 point for card, as many as you want to play. But right now, none of you have fan mail. Again, you get fan mail from somebody else saying that, one of the other players saying that was cool, take this fan mail. And you can each do that once per turn, and you can do that up to as many points in the audience pool there are. I believe you don't get... Let me make sure that's true. Yeah, the cards that I'm spending become audience pool tokens, I think, after this scene. So, 3...
So what's the current audience pool? Does it start at?
It starts at 3. It starts at 1 token per each of you, but that's not... You don't have that fan mail yet, but you can give people that fan mail. Does that make sense? Right. You can turn that into fan mail. The other thing you can do with fan mail is influence something for somebody else. If you aren't in the scene or if you aren't facing a crisis, which you are all facing a crisis, you can influence the outcome for other protagonists by spending fan mail to gain cards, and then you can give those cards either to somebody or against them. So that doesn't come up this scene, but it might in a future scene. So it is time to read the cards. Once all the cards have been dealt to participating players, everyone flips their cards over to show the results. If your protagonist is in the scene, you compare your cards to the producer. If you're influencing from the outside, you apply your card for or against one of the protagonists. Everyone here is in the scene, so what we're going to do is just drag them into your slots, like out into the world up here. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
All 3 are just one at a time.
All of them. Also, we got to shrink these down a little bit. These are big. Wait, where'd you put... Oh, no, drag them up top. Up top, like the 3rd slot over, basically. Up top.
Oh.
There's, like, this thing that says Andy's cards, Art's cards, and Keith's cards.
I'm very
Do I just...
getting in there.
Just drag them up there for now, and we'll flip them.
I don't know how to get them to drag.
Oh, you're dragging them.
Am I?
Yeah, they're all up there. I think you just moved them
those
all.
are mine.
Those
Oh.
are, yeah, I think those
Below
are
my
ours.
name.
Just click them. Click on the little icon, Andy?
Yeah, you
Okay,
click
so
and then
I wasn't sure if this like reveals them face up or not.
No, it does not.
Move your shit down.
Okay.
Just shrink them, ideally. Here, I'll shrink all these cards. I wonder if I can change what their size looks like here. The important thing, too, is to try to keep them separate from any fan mail cards, but you don't have any of those yet, so it's not that big of a deal. All right. I'm going to have to remake this for the next game so that there's a little more space. I did not draw the cards. All right, so... Let's see, can I just, like, quick flip these? Yes, I can. In fact, can I just do this? Flip those cards. That flipped 1 card. That's not what I wanted. Everyone just flip their cards, if possible. Flip card. There we go. All right. So count up all of your red cards. Your hearts and diamonds. Keith, you have 2. Art, you have 1. Andy, you have none. I have 2. Look
I
at
got
the
blackjack though.
You did get blackjack. That's good. That's a good. Yeah. Look up the highest card you have. Aces are high. High cards trump in alphabetical order. Clubs, diamonds, hearts, then spades. So what is your... And you have the highest card, so that's good.
Yeah.
You got ace of clubs. Then I have the ace... then Keith has the ace of hearts, which is the second one. Then I have the ace of spades. And then it goes down from there. Art, you'll have the lowest of those, I think, right? Not the lowest, but of the high cards. If you have more red cards than the producer, in fact, I can just do this. Ready? Boom. Zoomed over here. If you have more red cards than the producer and your highest card is higher than the producer, the answer is yes and. If you have more red cards in the producer or than the producer, but the producer's highest card beats yours, the answer is yes but. If you have as many or fewer red cards than the producer, but your highest card beats the producer's, the answer is no but. And if you have as many or fewer red cards as the producer, and the producer's highest card beats yours, the answer is no and. This is bad.
No but. This is no but.
No, it isn't, because you have less than... You have equal to me. You have equal red to me.
If you have as many or fewer red cards than the producer...
Oh, yes, you're right, but you're highest. Yes, so you get no but. Yeah. You're right. You get no but. Everybody else gets no and, right?
Okay.
No, everyone gets no but.
No, I get...
Keith's highest card, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for Keith, not for you.
I get no but.
But the high card thing is confusing.
What do you mean?
The alphabetical suit thing is weird. I had trouble parsing.
Okay, but I mean, for us, it doesn't even really, even without the suit thing, it's. I have an ace. You don't have anything over an ace, right? You don't have an ace or higher, or you don't have an ace to compare to my ace.
The problem is that you got this ace and those two reds.
That is the real problem. Yes,
that's the real fucking problem.
Art, if you had the ace of hearts, then I would still have more red than you, but your ace would trump my ace. But because you don't have an ace, you don't have... I think maybe you're the only one who's a no and then, right? Because clubs does beat... Okay, so Andy and Keith are both no but, and Art, you are no and. So the way that actually works is, in a character scene, you all are going to give into your impulses. And for
this is gonna be a mess of a show.
And
it's gonna be great radio.
For Keith Carberry, the character, no, you give into your impulses, but there's a silver lining. And for the same thing for Llewellyn, no, you give into your impulses, but there's a silver lining. And for Frankie, no, you give into your impulses. You give into your impulses, and there are consequences. So, talk to me about what happens here. Finish the scene based on the outcome of your cards.
Okay.
So what starts to happen here?
Can we get a caller calling in?
Oh, absolutely. I think what you get in is this very old man calls in, and he says, "I've had season tickets, the old blackjacks, my whole life. I bought lifetime season tickets. That's a fortune, and now I gotta deal with them. I take my kids, I take my grandkids to the ball game. But now they're making the reality TV show. And I got to tell my kids they don't care about baseball anymore. Boss Ross, what am I supposed to tell my grandkids? Care more about TV than baseball? You see, listen to my ass. You see? It's because of this. It's because of this. I'm just an old man, you know? And I just care about baseball in America. Those are the two things I love.
You say he cares about baseball in his mirror?
In America. Was that in character? Is that what Frankie said? Did he say
baseball in his mirror?
America. You don't care about it anymore. It's just like everybody else.
Sir, I still don't know what you're saying.
Said baseball.
I think he said baseball and a miracle. I think he's holding out for some sort of divine intervention.
I said America.
He said America. I think he's saying America. I think he's saying that no one in America cares about baseball but him.
No, that's not you. I'm saying you don't care about it.
None of us care about baseball.
None of you.
None of us care about baseball, including Boss Ross.
Boss Ross care.
Boss Ross cares about baseball.
Is that right, Boss?
That's
right. Listen. No one cares more about baseball and America than me, the boss man.
Who's the other guy? Who's the other one?
It's me, Ross Rossi. I'm from Bluff City originally, which is the most American town there is.
Wait,
from
are you
coast
saying
to coast.
It's Ross Rossi and Boss Ross?
It's Ross. No, it's me, Ross Rossi, and it's my good friend, Boss Man Burke Bagwell. That's not his last name. Boss Man Burke Bridges, of course. That's right, Ross. Ross and the boss.
God.
Oh, it's
I don't
Ross
care
and
about
Boss,
any
not
of
Boss
this.
Ross.
Oh, yeah, I was under the impression we were meeting someone named Boss Ross.
No, it's
today.
Ross and the boss in the morning.
Ross and the Boss in the morning. I knew that because we're friends. This is,
Of course.
but and because we're friends, you know that I care about baseball. You've seen me caring about baseball.
It's true. It's true, Ross.
It's true.
He the day he came here, he said, "Let's take you out to the old ball game."
Wait, what do you mean?
The first time that you came to the Bluff City Blackjack.
Oh, right, came to the blackjack. It's okay. Never mind.
What are you talking about, Keith?
I just wasn't sure what you meant by came here.
Bluff City, the greatest.
Yeah, now it makes
greatest city in the
sense.
nation.
I'm sorry. I misheard. I thought it was something.
I don't remember, boss man. I remember he came. He showed us around the stadium. It was strange because we, of course, have been to the stadium many times. Big fans of the Black Jackets, biggest supporters. And
Well, different people give different tours.
it turned out true. You know what? Here's what I'm going to say. Caller,
Yeah.
I think that we can confirm that Keith Carberry loves America, loves baseball.
Love baseball.
He loves America. He loves baseball. I
Yeah,
know those two
love
things. I don't know about the rest of these people. Jack DeHell
No,
is.
they all love baseball.
Jack DeHell's knuckles are white. He's like they're in fists.
Listen, we have off time.
You know what? I don't love baseball. I love the living baseball is provided with me. Forget this. Forget all of you. He rips off his mic, throws it down. It makes that big screechy, feedbacky noise. He's like, "I'm gonna be in the bus." Walks to
Beanbag.
the bus.
Beanbag's hangry and at lunch.
You know what my nickname is.
So, I think this is where the high-strung part comes in.
Uh-huh.
Where Llewellyn just kind of like runs over to a mic and is like, "There was sorry about that. Everyone, our coach misspoke. What he meant to say is that he loves baseball and living in America. But he said something about the baseball and his living and caring not about. Listen, it's fine. Loves baseball and loves living in the U.S. of A. That's how you guys like to say that, right?
And then the music hits, and we like move into our title sequence, and the music plays, and we get the great shots of everyone out in the field doing the various antiquing, pulling stuff from old sunken ships, digging through storage containers, all that stuff.
It's interspersed with quick scenes of us playing baseball, and like you seeing us connect and hearing like the cork bat,
Yes.
like the ball hitting the bat.
In fact, I think that's what it opens
with.
with.
A weird thing, and then it's like.
Right, I think it opens with like a beat made of those cork, like the bat hitting the ball as like the drums basically, and then like the very twee song comes in. So I think that my three audience pool, my budget goes into the audience pool here. I think. Does anyone give fan mail for that scene?
I want to give one to Art.
Okay, I'm going to put this over here, Art, over in your fan mail card section for now. I made that a weird shape. Anybody else want to give any fan mail for that sequence? Okay. So we have 5 more tokens in the audience pool. And I think here's a question. Do we reshuffle? Do we reshuffle after each turn? Or does it just go to a discard
We've
pile?
got to, right?
Oh, I forgot an important thing. Oh, wait, no, I didn't, because you just were using traits, right? You weren't spending fan mail. Yes, okay. You're good. So, yeah, I think that all just gets discarded. It must, right?
You don't think it gets reshuffled? So that there's always an even chance for everything?
I don't know. I didn't see anything. I'm going to double check. If anyone in the chat has played this and knows off the top of their head, that would be great. Or hand, top of their hand. Or the bottom of their hand. Either way.
any part of if you have it written on any part of your hand, or if you just remember,
or if you recall. Flips their cards. Okay, did that. Drawing cards, play out the scene. Who has authority?
Tim in the chat says, "What are Keith and Art's character names?" My character's name is Keith Carberry,
and Art's name is Frankie Beanball Bianchi, because he picked a name for his character.
I also picked a name for my character.
It's fair. It's fair that you picked. You're not wrong.
You sure did make a decision.
All right, I think that yeah. So that's that first scene. Okay, it doesn't say anything about what to do with these cards.
And I do. By the way, I do want to remind everybody that the decision that I made was made over a month ago, and I can't be blamed for it.
That's true. That's true. That's Past Keith's problem. Past Keith the player, not Past Keith the character.
Past Keith the player decided that that's what was going to happen.
Oh, you know where this probably is? It's probably at the top of this, which is like shuffle. If it starts with shuffle the deck, then yes, we'd recall and shuffle everything, right? Yes, shuffle the deck and deal the cards. So that tells me yes, I'm gonna recall all the cards, recall and then reshuffle. All right, cool, got it.
So that means we're gonna have to be careful if we have like fan mail cards out, right? Because those won't get recalled and shuffled.
They do get recalled and shuffled, but before so the way fan mail cards are going to work, so like for instance in the next scene, if Art wants to spend that fan mail point that he has, he is able to, if it turns out to be a red card, I get it back as budget. So that's why there's this little slot for like marking which cards are fan mail cards. Only with fan mail cards, but like does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if he spends the fan mail point on that. All right, so we are done with that first sequence. We're done with the first scene, and now we're going to move on to the next scene. We're moving into Act 1. Act 1 is setting up the crisis. I think the crisis is clearly an extension of what already happened here.
Yeah. What was my silver lining, by the way?
People like you. People are going to show up in droves wearing Keith Carberry jerseys.
Nice.
Not droves, but the 13 people who show up to the game against the Bloomington Blooms, which is in Bloomington. It's
gotta be more. Oh, right.
No, that's the thing.
Right,
it's an away game. Are definitely going to be supporting Keith Carberry.
And you know what the sweetest victory is? All the Bloomington Turncoat fans, their favorite Bluff City player is also Keith.
Right, totally. And then the for Llewellyn, and maybe this can go into your scene, Llewellyn, but
Keith is like the Cowboys jersey of minor league baseball.
Yes, 100%. Even though you're not that good at baseball, people love you.
No. Yeah, it's literally a 1-to-1 comparison.
Llewellyn, you have, I think the ratings were really good on that episode of the show that you were shooting.
I need
silver lining.
Actually, that's like our main thing, right? So that's pretty good.
It ain't bad. All right,
that's
so
like it's good. It's better. I mean, if we had to totally fail at baseball, but the show was a huge success, that's probably better for the Earth, which is, I don't know if we've mentioned, in danger of being destroyed if people in the Alien Federation don't like it enough.
If they don't like it enough, yeah. So
I think we mentioned that.
Ratings on both sides of both human people watching the faux documentary or the documentary about the team and traveling the country and stuff that you were shooting. Love the sequence that feels authentic, and so do the aliens. The aliens also are like, oh, people are very dynamic.
These Earth people,
these Earthlings,
these
emotional,
guys really are people.
They truly are real people. So that is the opening scene. Next, we need each of you to put together a scene for each act. So again, the first act is about kind of setting the stage for what this crisis is in a bigger way. And then the next few scenes, the next few acts will be about complications and stuff like that. So who wants to set a scene first? Who has it in their mind?
What if there's like a protest at our practice facility?
That's good. We can jump right into it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that, Art?
Yeah.
All right. So who is in the scene? Let's actually. I'll just walk through this a little bit slower.
How does that get decided? I think I missed that.
So each of you gets a scene for each act. So you're gonna have 3 scenes per act. Whoever's setting the scene decides first which characters will be in the scene, when and where it's taking place, and what's going on. It's up to that person to decide which characters are there. And then I'll be playing characters who aren't the 3 of you. And be trying to push towards that crisis. You, at any point, anybody who is not invited to the scene can at any point spend fan mail to enter the scene, which is
impossible.
It's impossible in this current moment, but will become more possible as the show continues, especially because fan mail carries from episode to episode. My job, again, is to build a crisis, to play supporting characters, to apply pressure. And then eventually there's a crisis moment and we deal the cards. So tell me who is in the scene, Frankie, and where it is and what's happening.
All right. This is at the practice facility.
Yep.
I guess we probably don't have a practice facility. It's probably just the stadium, right?
Yeah.
Just it's closed.
Patio stadium. The patio. They just call it the patio.
Yeah. Everyone go down, have a drink, and watch a ball game with the patio. Paulie Patio is probably there. He's probably upset about the protest.
How old is Paulie Patio?
Or hot dog sales.
Sure, could be both. It's a long meeting. Paulie Patio is 57.
Okay.
Birthday's in October.
Good to know.
Yeah.
That could come up. Listen, I don't know.
Birthday's in October. He's never gotten what he really wants. A pennant.
Is there a pennant for minor league baseball?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. The real thing is prove that there isn't.
Right. All right, so Paulie's there.
Paulie's there. I guess
all of the pennants I'm seeing for minor league baseball are pins that you could buy, little pins.
Okay, well, listen.
I mean, you don't get a physical pennant for winning the I don't think if you win the National League, you get an actual pennant. I mean, I think it's a symbolic thing anyway.
Okay, let's continue. Who else is there? Is it just the coach and Paulie?
No, I think it's probably like there's a practice going on, so I think
Okay.
a lot of the team is there.
Okay.
Certainly these two, and as many, throw Jack in there too.
All right. So Jack is there. Keith is there. Are you...
Protesters are there. There's some protesters, of course.
Did they get in, or are they just outside the
They're
stadium?
like outside.
So
but I mean,
okay.
They could get in.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what happens. Is this being done on the field, or like in the stands, or in the dugout? Like where's the camera at?
Yeah, I think we're in the dugout. I think we're trying to practice out on the field, and the distraction, the noise, got everyone to come in, and the owners come down because he's trying to work in his office. It is completely legitimate business he has here.
He comes down. He is wearing basically a bathrobe. He's wearing like a smoking jacket, but or not a smoking. What's the long smoking jacket called? Like a bathrobe. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe it is just a smoking jacket. It's a bathrobe. I've decided it's a bathrobe. It's like a monogrammed bathrobe. And he has pajamas on underneath, and he has a cigar in his hands. He's kind of like a silver fox. His hair is like stark white. He has really, really, not baggy eyes. He has
He looks like tired, you mean?
No, they're deep in his sockets. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I meant. Yeah, he just has like dark rims, but he's not like baggy. They're just dark.
Correct. And he comes down. His cigar is not lit. He's just holding it.
In his teeth? Is he clenching?
No, he's holding it in his hands. He's holding it between his fingers. And he's got a copy of the paper. God, we had a name for the Bluff City paper at one point, and I've since forgotten the name of it. It's somewhere in here. There it is. The Bluff City Current. The Current.
Like the Currant?
No, like the current of a wave.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, not like the berry or the fruit. And he comes over to you, and he goes, Bianchi.
Yeah.
What the hell happened over at the radio station? We got people yelling outside now. I'm trying to read the morning paper.
Some guy he's talking about mirrors and miracles. I don't know. It went on too long. That segment was too long. Who spends 20 minutes talking to a radio station?
Well, it's Bluff City. Not much going on. People just want to know if they can trust their blackjacks.
People love baseball, Coach.
He's right. People love baseball.
And
I
mirrors.
know people love baseball.
He takes a seat on the dugout. He pats the bench and he says, "There's a big game coming up. The Blooms.
Yeah.
It's symbolic. You don't win this game. These protesters, they're gonna keep coming. And sometimes a manager has to step aside and let someone new come in.
Hey now.
I'm just putting out the stakes. You know, I'm a Bluff City man through and through. My family built this city. And the way that the Patio family has always operated is we let you know the stakes. And then we let you decide if you want to make the bet." And he pokes you on the chest with the cigar. The unlit cigar.
Is it cut? Is it snipped at the end?
It is not even snipped at the end.
He hasn't smoked a cigar in 10 years.
Right.
He carries them.
He just carries
You don't
it,
light
yeah.
it. It's for the look. Yeah.
He doesn't smoke, but he still has yellow fingers.
Oh, definitely.
I hear you.
At least you can still be a player, Coach.
I don't think that's true.
No?
You do whatever it takes to win, Bianchi.
Yeah, I hear you.
You do whatever it takes to win.
I look him straight in the eye, square in the eye. Kind of probably a disarming way for someone like him. I hear you.
We should have decided before if this was a character scene or a plot scene, but it feels like it's a character scene.
It doesn't feel like a plot scene to you because we're setting up the stakes for the
Oh, maybe.
episode?
So what do you want then? What's the thing you want from this scene?
I don't.
So plot scenes are about what characters want. Character scenes are about whether or not you resist your impulse, basically.
I want a vote of confidence.
Okay. So I think it might be card time. I don't think that Keith or Llewellyn are in crisis here. I think this is just about you. So by default, again, you have a 2. You have 2 cards. I get 1 by default, and I'm gonna add 1 to this. This is a low stakes scene, so I'm gonna deal myself 2 cards. I'm only gonna spend 1 budget here. What about you?
I think I'm good to let it ride.
So you're just gonna do the 2?
Yeah.
Okay. 17. So you're not gonna call on your team owner thing here.
Oh yeah, I should do that, huh?
I was gonna say that's a pretty.
Yeah, this is pretty useful here.
Yeah,
Poly Patio, we go way back.
you do.
Real quick, is it you get 2 or you get 2 per thing?
You get 2 per thing. So
Okay.
so Art can
2
use the
per
team
connections and
2
2 per edges, or 2 per literally each individual?
literally each individual trait.
Got it. That's great.
Yes, yeah. So you can call on them a lot and then do a reset scene inside of your setting, your personal set, to get those back. So you should be looking to spend them, you know?
Yeah.
There's no fan mail here, so I don't think anybody else has the ability to influence this, and then none of the rest of you have fan mail here. And this isn't your crisis, so it's not, you don't have to actually, you're not at risk in any way. So you're going to just do 2, Art? Or you are going to use it. All right, so I'll give you the 3rd. Boop. Deal. All right. Let's put those out there. Same place as before. It's okay if they're a little bit big. It's an easier scene to deal with here. Oh, these are. Make sure you put the. Oh no, you're not spending your fan mail, right?
Right.
Okay. Go ahead and flip those once you get a second. Mine were not great. Red. I have 1 red and I have a black 9. Art has 1 red and has a black 10.
10.
So in this case, we have.
No but.
It's no but. No, you don't get what you want, but you keep it together. So I think. So what's your case? What's the case that you make?
Man, we're really biffing it.
TV.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. I I mean, my case is that, like, I have a history here.
Right.
We perform on the field. We don't play our games in the radio station.
Hmm.
We play them on the field.
He shakes his head and like stands up, and he he walks over to the trash can and tosses the whole unlit cigar away, and he says, "That's the problem with you, Bianchi. You don't recognize that this field is only a part of the stadium. We got to win the whole thing." And then he walks away. I think that's scene. So, Andy, Keith, what is your scene idea? Do either one of you have an idea for a scene?
I'm trying to think of like important shit that happens at a baseball game, but before it, other than like warm up.
So I think like the general arc of this one will be set like practice time, the time we're at now. Then we have to go to Bloomington. Then we have to like. Maybe this is the thing to think about. This could be the moment for you to set up your plot. So obviously, the plot for Bianchi here is winning the baseball game, right? So maybe this is a time for you to set up the like figuring out what the fuck we're shooting in Bloomington scene.
I do have an idea.
Okay.
I could be trying to do damage control for what Bianchi said on the radio.
Also good.
So it's like, no, we're really, really into everything you guys like.
So is this a plot scene or a character? This sounds like a plot scene to me.
Yeah, probably a plot scene.
Because you want to do damage control here for sure.
Yeah.
Where is it? Who's in it? And what are you doing? What is the action?
I was thinking it's either in Bloomington or on the way to Bloomington.
Okay.
If we're okay jumping ahead that much. If we want to do something before then, I can put the scene in after.
Yeah, Keith, do you have a Bluff City scene still?
Yeah, so my what is it called? Crisis? What's the thing?
Well, so the first thing is just, do you want a character scene or a plot scene? Then it's, where is it?
I want a character scene.
Okay.
So what is it?
Oh, your
my issue. Yeah, that's
your
what
issue. Yes.
Yeah, so I want to set up my issue
of not contributing enough to the team.
Of not contributing. Yeah, I want and now we've got the added pressure of I'm the one where like the angry fans are like, well, at least there's Keith, and
right?
Then it's like, now I can't be the one that they think actually cares about baseball, and then also be the worst player,
right? So where is it?
I have to practice. It's on the field.
Is this basically a continuation of that last scene?
Or maybe I might be practicing. I might be like having a private practice, maybe I'm out somewhere away from where people will see me practicing.
Where is that? What is the place that you could be to do that?
Maybe I'm
I have a really good idea, but you tell me what yours is first. Maybe it's the same one.
I was gonna be hitting balls against the side of what is a Chez's?
Shay Chez.
I'm hitting balls against the side.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What was yours?
What if you were little tiny you, but like you had a whole batting setup to scale balls and like a batting cage, but that was like the size of like a living room table.
Or slightly, because the problem is like my little muscles aren't used to doing big muscle stuff.
Right, I got you.
So it's still got to be, if it's that, I still got to be like exerting more than usual.
Right, but I like the wall better because it's a good. I can get Chez in here. So characters are you, Chez,
and Frankie.
And Frankie. Okay. What's the action besides you hitting balls against the side of this building?
I'm being coached.
Okay.
I'm being actively coached.
All right. Let's set the scene in motion. Also, wait, any fan mail in that last scene? It was a pretty short one.
No, I think it's probably fine.
All right. Set the scene in motion.
You got really quiet.
You did get really quiet. I have you up to 200%.
Is that better?
That is better.
All right. The problem was I just wasn't close enough to the microphone.
Okay.
Got it.
Were you eating?
No, I think I just never properly reset after my back away to yell at the mic
Gotcha. Fair.
from the radio end.
Yes. All right.
On the couch, by the way, I have all this radius now to move away from the microphone.
That's fantastic. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So, paint me the picture. What's this place look like? What's the action look like? What time of day is it? All that.
All right. It is it's morning. It's like daybreak. And Frankie's got like a pitching machine, and it's like a full like load of balls in there, and it's me alternating between big swings and bunts. And each thing Frankie's saying like what's wrong about my form and how to capitalize on like you don't have to swing hard to hit far is the
Right.
the
Square your shoulders on the bunt. Stop
I'm squaring
squaring
the
your shoulders
shoulders.
on the swing.
I'm not squaring my shoulders.
It looks like you're squaring your shoulders. I've seen a lot of hits in my life.
Okay, all right, okay. And then each time I connect, there's the cork sound, and then the like against the side of the building.
So you just happens we get just like the wide shot of it and the like kind of muffled conversation of this back and forth, and then finally Ches comes down the stairs, the rickety metal stairs that go to the second floor of his converted motel.
Each step is the creakiest fucking.
Oh
wooden
yeah.
step.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Each one, like if you've ever stayed over at like a older relative's house and all of their stairs are like, I'm just trying to get some water, not wake the entire world up just by stepping on the stairs.
Oh man, what's the character actor playing Ches?
All right, let me give you
Jason
a pitch.
Mantzoukas.
Jason Alexander.
Could be Jason Alexander. I like to.
They're both Jasons. We don't know which one.
I don't think
Jason from Home Movies.
Yeah, okay. It's old Jason. Heavy set is what we're guessing. Doesn't have to be because you're heavy set.
Yeah, he could be like a squirrely little.
Yeah, he could be.
Little scumbag.
Yeah, that's the.
You ever
he's
seen
like,
the TV show Grounded for Life?
No.
Oh well, the uncle on that show.
Oh
got
yeah,
a good
that's
leg.
exactly what I was thinking of when I said Jason Mantzoukas. Was the not? I mean, I wasn't confusing the two, but the same vibe.
What's the character's name?
I don't know.
I think it's Jason.
Oh, okay, Jason. Got it. Is he an uncle? You said he's an uncle? No,
He's
he's
an
not.
uncle. He's the main character. Brother.
Oh, I see. Brother Eddie. So the character, the actor you're talking about here is Kevin Corrigan.
Yeah, take a look at
Oh
him.
my God.
Yeah.
Where do I know
He's
him
a
from?
real slime bag. He was in what was he in? I can't remember.
He's in Grounded for Life.
Oh, Grounded for Life, of course. What the fuck is he in
what
that
do
I've
you know?
seen?
He works a
He was
lot.
in Goodfellas. He was in
The Departed.
Super Bad.
He looks. I don't like what he looks like.
Yeah, no, that's his whole thing.
He's
That's
trying his best.
Is he, or is he trying his worst?
Well, he's trying to be what you feel when you see him, I think.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he knows how to get work. It's this way.
Oh, he was the cousin in The Departed. He was the shitty
Yeah.
drug dealer in The Departed.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
He's very classic low life.
Yeah. Okay. So like, hair slicked back, but like slicked back 3 days ago.
Yeah. It's
talks
slicked
like
back
this,
by his own like bedhead grease.
Right. Exactly. What were you saying, Art?
He talks like this a little bit. You know, he's
got a little bit.
He's like a I was gonna say like a scumbag Woody Allen. That's
Like a-
Woody Allen.
That's
Or
Woody
like
Allen.
like Woody Allen down an octave. I guess is what I really meant.
Okay. Down an octave. Okay. He's down here. What the hell are you doing?
Practicing. We gotta practice.
Frankie.
Frank,
You know
answer your brother.
You know I painted these walls 12 years ago. 15-year paint. 15-year paint.
Yeah, I know. 15-year paint.
You're hitting the baseball against the wall.
The kid can't hit.
I can hit. I hit.
can't
He
hit.
heard me hit. That's why he's here.
I mean, he can't really hit.
I'm doing you a favor. Frankie, I'm doing you a favor, my big brother.
I know, but these kids pay rent.
Barely. What are you paying them?
That's what you asked.
But I'm saying it barely comes in. Comes in bits and pieces. Here's a $15 check today. Here's a $72 check tomorrow. Rent is $300.
Are you getting $300 over the course of a month?
Over the course. But I can't take a $15 check to the old, to the menagerie and turn it into chips. You know they got a $25 minimum.
Don't cash your checks to the casino. Cash your checks to the bank. Take the money to the casino.
Cash your checks to the post office.
That's a waste of time. I'm going to the casino.
The post office is next to the casino.
Time is money.
You're not a good gambler.
I'm a great gambler. How do you think I bought this place?
Chet,
this place is a dump.
This is some family shit. Listen, Ches, we're gonna be big. We're gonna be big. We're gonna be big names in your really nice place. It's gonna bring in business.
Listen here, Casey. I think I need to take your security deposit. Now I know that's supposed to be about what's happening inside. Inside, he's doing like a hand motion that's like a curved hand motion, like he's like turning a bowling ball in his hand. Inside the apartment, but 15-year paint job. I'm not made of money.
Well, first of all, 15-year paint job. That means that there's a warranty for 3 more years.
Not once they see the stitch marks.
They don't know that.
They're going to see that, and they're going to know that's a baseball.
Okay. How about this? You can take our. We'll make a bet. I win, you double our security deposit. You win, you take it.
What do you mean I double your security deposit?
You give us back that money. You get right now. And then we get it back again once we leave. We get twice the security deposit.
But if you... Okay, but... No, actually, give me... This is the crisis. If he takes the deal, I think this is your crisis. Will he take that deal, or does he demand that security deposit from you now? So, card time. My hope, if I win, is that he goes like, oh, it's a game. Like, oh, I want to do I want to do a gamble. Yeah, totally. That's the crisis for you, for sure. Do you think you have a crisis here, Frankie?
I don't. I think that's just brothers.
Yeah. Okay.
Arguing.
I'm again going to spend one card or one budget on this to give me 2 cards total. Keith, what are you going to spend? You start with 2.
I don't know if I can spend anything actually.
Yeah. I don't think you have anything here quite that really
the closest thing that I can think of is that my edge that suits me in attitude to antiquing also suits me to striking a deal.
Ooh.
That's my closest thing that I got.
That's close. I'll give it to you. I'm a fan of the show.
Then I got 3.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna. This is the 3rd scene. All right, so you got 3. Put that there. Boop. All right, I'll deal those cards. And you're not getting cards, Art, because you're not in a situation here.
Understood.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Did I miss I need to put another audience poll token in. There we go.
Boy.
Sounds good. Let's pull them out there. Oh, these aren't great. For me.
Well, same, so.
Okay, let's put them out and flip them. I clicked 2. Hey, let me flip these cards. There we go. Oh boy, you got worse than me, huh?
Yeah, this is rough.
This is rough stuff.
That's a no and.
I got a 2 of spades, a 7 of diamonds. So I got my 1 red in the diamond, which is what gives me gives Keith the no. But then the highest card you have is a 7 of spades, which is trumped by my 7 of diamonds. Yikes!
Yeah,
Yikes.
this is really bad. You could barely have pulled worse.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so no, and there are. Oh no, this is plot, right? Your impulse is provoked. What is your impulse again?
Closed off.
Closed off is interesting here. So I think the way he kind of pokes you at your impulse is he says, what a joke. I know a good bet when I see one. You're not a good better. And you know what? It's a funny thing. I bet if I took that bet, I'd win because my brother ain't a great coach, and I can tell you're not a good learner. You don't know how to take advice from anybody. What's Keith do?
Is there something? What are my options mechanically right now?
You play closed off. This is
Okay.
Your impulse fires, right? So like.
Yeah. Okay. I have when you're playing baseball and you self pitch when you self pitch.
No, I don't.
Do that.
Wait, what's self pitching?
You throw the ball in the air.
Oh yeah.
I do that and I try to hit Eddie with a ball.
Wait, who's Eddie?
Eddie's the actor that plays in Grounded for Life. That's playing chess.
God.
Okay, great.
Well, you so embodied the character.
Right, totally. And I think you miss, right? Because the whole thing is the thing you wanted was to get better.
Yeah.
But it goes over his head and it smashes into like a lamp or something. And he's like, that's it, I'm taking your security deposit. And he stomps away. Any final thoughts?
I'm an average coach.
You're an above average coach.
Aw.
Don't flatter me up, kid.
Any fan mail from that scene? As a reminder, I can't give.
Keith a fan mail.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What, did you give Keith some? Because I was going to give Keith some.
Yeah,
you both can give me.
You
some.
can both give some. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, totally. I can't give fan mail.
Baseball.
I am not, to be clear, I'm not holding off on fan mail. Fan mail is a friends is a party thing, not a thing that I can deal with. So
it's a friends thing. Austin's not our friend anymore.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm the GM. We're not friends. GM. I'm trying to win.
Friends at the table. We're at the table. Austin's at a different table. Shouting over to us.
All right. You want to take a? Let's do Andy's scene and then we'll take a 5-minute break.
Great.
Okay.
So talk to me about your scene. Are you on your way to Bloomington, or are you?
I think the way I like this is they're either in like their crappy bus or a crappy van.
Yeah, agreed.
Going to Bloomington, and
it has to be a bus. There's a whole baseball team, right?
Yeah, baseball team is 25 people.
Well, I wasn't sure if they drive themselves or not. I don't know how minor this minor league is.
That's pretty true.
It's actually super fucked up. Minor league players often have to pay for their own travel.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So there isn't a bus then. It does sound like maybe the aliens and the coach have a van. I like that a lot. Actually,
maybe the PBS people provide a bus.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. That's totally it. Then it just has
What kind of bus is it? Like a Greyhound, or is it like an overnight bus?
It's a converted school bus. It's a converted, or it's a jitney. It's a jitney. We've already established the jitneys in this setting. The kind of like shorter buses that do like transit. They're meant to just do transit inside of like a city.
I don't want to be on a jitney with 25 people.
25-person jitney, completely stuffed, and on the outside are like the mascot. What does the Black Jackets mascot look like?
I think that the Black Jackets mascot is like... It's a human man, which is weird. So it's like a mascot suit of a human man.
Yeah.
Dressed like... I think that in the when they were making the costume, they assumed Black Jackets was an older time-ier thing.
Right.
So it's kind of got like a cowboy look going on with like a big fake mustache and a big cowboy hat.
Good.
But is wearing like the team uniform.
Oh my god. Okay, great. So there's a picture of you. There's a picture of Jack T. Hall, aka Jack to Hell. There's a picture of Coach Frankie, and there's a picture of everyone's favorite Keith Carberry. Like caricature sketched alongside or on the kind of the bottom side of one of the sides of the jitney, and then above those, like lined up perfectly, are each of you making whatever the opposite face is, or maybe not the opposite, but like the caricature sketches of you all are like grinning from ear to ear, and it's like you can always bet on blackjack. The blackjacks on the bottom, but then it like pans up from that to reveal your faces.
Can I suggest something?
Please,
where it, like,
it's your scene.
It pans up to show like that they've all got different faces, and then it just ends on a close up of the mascot face, which is identical.
Right, because it's just a mascot face.
Yeah.
All right. So is this a character scene or a plot scene?
I'm not entirely sure. Can I like?
Yeah, we'll talk.
So my idea is that Llewellyn has it in their head that they need to do really heavy damage control after the radio interview. So I think that could lean more character.
Mm-hmm. What is
do you want me to just start and
so
we can tell
characters, location, or we know the location is inside the jitney.
Yeah.
Characters are just you and the whole team, presumably?
Pretty much, yeah.
And so what is the action? What's happening in this moment? How are you trying to recover the credibility of the team or whatever?
So I want to give a bit of a pep talk to the team, and also I've done some research.
Okay. So yeah. What is the thing you? This is about. Is this about you dealing with your impulse and your issue, or is this about getting something you want?
I definitely think that impulse has led into this.
Okay, so
so we could have it be that, yeah.
Right. So the issue here is that, and the impulse is that you're high strung. The issue is that you want to make sure the show is good, right? So I like that. That makes sense to me. You're worried about whether or not your impulse will fire off here. All right. So what do you do and say? Who's here? The both.
Yeah.
Keith and
Frankie and Keith are here.
Okay. Jack is here.
Jack is probably here too.
The owner is not. Is the coach's kid here? Is the coach coming on this road trip?
Art, did you bring your kid on the road trip?
No, right? That sounds like a bad idea.
I don't know, that could be fun though.
Get in this 25-person jitney and drive to Bloomington?
I mean, this is
I
exactly
kinda want
why
the kid
your
to be
kid needs
there.
a mentor. Like, yes, trips isn't fun for kids.
Yeah.
Kids hate trips.
What kind of kid wants to hang out with a bunch of baseball players on a road trip?
Keith, did you bring the kids separately?
Did I smuggle the kid in?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Or not even smuggle, but the kid's like, I wish I could go, and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, you can
You
go.
can go. Come on, sit with me.
No one ever said you couldn't go.
Right, okay. All right, so tell
Who
me.
said you couldn't go? My dad did. I never listened to him anyway.
I never even heard of your dad.
Who's that? All right, so Llewellyn, tell me what happens.
Okay, so this is in character now. Llewellyn's pacing and has a clipboard, but they are also still in full costume, so they cannot read it very well. Okay, so here's the thing. Obviously, we had a lot of fan response after our radio interview. Not all of it
Very positive. Oh.
Some of it. Listen, they taught me in school that all press is good press. Quickly learning not to believe everything you hear in school. That being said, so we had some of those very passionate individuals outside the time of the protesters, and I decided, what would be better than maybe a survey. So I did some talking, and okay, I can't talk about that one. Too much profanity there. And they're just like flipping through pages. Okay, this one. They didn't like that you didn't say good things about America on the radio. So, and Llewellyn pulls in a bag and pulls out little American flags that
Oh
like the
my
decorative
God.
ones, and gives them to each of them. We're gonna hold on to these now when we don't need to hold on to the bats, so they know how much we like the country.
That
Right.
sounds. Can we get little like pins? Can we get pins so we don't have to hold it?
You
That's
can't,
what they do on the
uniform
TV
code.
when they're
That's a good idea. Hold on.
I'm telling you, the
How do you spell
uniform
that?
code.
Pins?
pins. PINS.
Where'd you go to school?
Thank you.
Says,
S is the one that's like a 5.
says Jackie Johansson, who is the star player, the star human player, the old star human player, who is not as good as Jack is, and is like, hates all you, basically. He doesn't hate all of you, but does not like that you've all just come onto this team like this out of nowhere.
And started our own show.
Yeah, that
kind of
Jackie
not a
is.
part of.
Also, it's Jackie, and Jack is the thing I do. Oh, what did I say? Did I say Jackie? Jackie Johansson?
said Jackie.
Yep, Jackie Johansson.
did,
I'm going to
yeah.
commit to it. So Jackie Johansson is like, where'd you go to school anyway?
Llewellyn gives a very enthusiastic point and just says, "Out of town."
And then I think the other players start asking questions. Man, I wasn't on that radio show. Why do I got to wear a flag?
Well, it's a uniform. It's a team uniform.
We have to be united. And then Llewellyn puts both their hands together to show united. It's very like giving a talk to like people who you're in middle management and you're talking to people who don't want to talk to you. So you're doing all the hand motions.
Do you have an assistant coach, Frankie?
I'm sure we probably got a pitching coach and a hitting coach and a
kid is the assistant coach.
Frank coach.
The little kid. Actually, I like the little kid being the one who says this. Excuse me, Mr. Mascot.
What's the kid's name?
Excuse me. Yeah, what's the kid's name, Frankie?
We just call the kid Kid.
Also, sorry, is Llewellyn, he, him?
I've been... Llewellyn is, like, non-gendered.
Okay, because they're a both person?
Their mascot is a man,
okay.
So I don't think that's, like,
okay.
the worst if they're occasionally referred to as that, just because people have that... They think they're referring to the mascot character, not to...
Okay. I think this kid knows that you're a person, though, so I'll say, I'll just have them say, I'll have the kid say, we should get a name. Okay,
kid,
here we go.
Kid.
Nope. Jackie is also the name of the mascot. Jackie, and then like Jack and also Jackie Johansson turn, and then the kid's like, no, the mascot. Wearing flags is prohibited against the rules of uniform dress. I have them right here, and like holds up the thing.
Kid. Don't be a nerd.
Two things. First of all, people love children. Great idea, Keith. Thank you. Second, I didn't know that. There are rules? Llewellyn sort of walks over and is like, Do you have the
I have a book. I like studying. My dad doesn't like it when I study, but
I know how we can get some good press.
Studying's for nerds.
I figured it out. What's the kid's name again?
Sal.
Sal figured it. Okay, Sal figured it out. All right. Sal just, I think, got us some good press. We get our good press by wearing the pins and having them force us to remove them.
Oh my god! I think this is a crisis because the crisis is are people willing to wear the pins.
Oh my god!
Or the crisis is actually, given all of this extra stress, is actually, again, this is a character scene. Do you resist your high-strung impulse and keep it cool, Llewellyn?
Oh boy! I mean, let's find out.
And
people love the flag. They're going to be pissed off when we wear them and then are told that we're not allowed to wear them.
Totally. I kind of want this to also, I think this is another big scene. I think this is like all of you should be involved here, because if all of you get behind it, it makes sense that things can follow through, but like, you can't be unsupportive about this, Frankie, and Keith, you need to support it loudly. You can't be closed off, Mm-hmm. So I'm going to deal myself cards. I'm going to take, on top of my normal one, I'm going to take 2 again. So give myself 3 cards total. Let me drop my budget to 14. Blowing through this budget.
All right, I would like to use my second call on veteran ball player, as I'm a clubhouse leader.
Good call. I like it.
And I'll use my fan mail because this feels important.
Good call. So that is 4 cards total, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm going to use my connection to the coach's kid.
Good call.
As 1, and then I'm going to use my other 2 fan mail, so 5. Okay. Can I do that? Can I do 2 fan mail?
Yeah, you can use as much fan mail as you want. Wait. Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
so that's 5 total. Deal to Keith 5.
I'm not fucking up on this one.
How are you separating out which of the fan mail cards?
So the last 2 that you pull out should be the whatever the last 2 you draw are should go all the way to the right. Does that make sense?
So for me, it's the last 1.
Correct. And it should try to put it in the little gray fan mail card part. And so just keep those there for now. I'm going to keep these over here for now also.
I think I'm going to use...
Wait. This is mine. I have to pull that up. Wait, is that mine? Oh, that's yours. Okay, sorry. I thought I was drawing my card. It didn't work. All right.
Oh, there. I put mine too far up again. Oops.
All right. So you should have 2 in your fan mail slot. Wait, where did Andy's cards go?
Those were I
Those were
don't have
mine.
my cards yet.
Oh, how many are you getting? Sorry.
So I'm gonna take obviously my standard 2. I think I'm gonna use my connection with Jack to.
Oh,
have
interesting.
him be supportive of this. 'Cause,
Cool.
Like, we're buddies.
Yeah.
And I might. So what else am I able to use? Am I able to use my issue and impulse as well for this?
No, just the
No,
3.
okay.
Just Showrunner,
Just
Boss
the
Alien,
connection
Jack,
to
and
that.
Nerd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just use that connection.
Okay, so you'll get another bonus 1, right?
Yeah.
So 3 cards to Andy. Sorry about that. There you go.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Let me just get these going. This is very clumsy sometimes.
It's super clumsy. This is not the best way to play this for sure. Okay, ready to flip?
Yeah.
Flipping. I got 1 red, but I have the Ace of Clubs, which is the highest possible card. Oh, but look at these reds popping.
Yeah, I got 3 reds and an ace of spades.
All
I'm
right.
having a bad episode.
It ain't great right now. All right, so important things. Keith, your red fan mail becomes a budget for me, so I get another budget point. Everything else is just going to get discarded like normal, including these.
I believe I'm a
tokens.
yes, but right.
I think you're a yes, but yes,
That's our first yes.
you resist your impulse, but there are consequences because you have 3 red cards to my only 1 red card.
But you have a higher ace.
I have the highest possible card. I have the highest ace. Andy and Art, you both have 1 red to my 1 red, and the highest card I have is higher than your cards, unfortunately.
What's that's a yes, but and 2 no ands.
Not great. Not great. Who wants
Listen,
to? Andy, it's your
This is
scene.
the first episode of TV show. All the conflict of this whole season comes from this episode.
And it's the first act, right?
It's the first act.
Look at my
yeah.
budget. My budget's getting blown through. I'm going to run out of budget at some point, and you're going to start winning.
Yeah, this is a fun game so far. I love this game.
Says the person who just got the first yes.
No, I have been thinking that the whole time.
Okay, it is. I like this a lot. This is a cool.
like this game a
As someone
lot.
who likes TV, I like this a lot. Like I think this is doing an interesting thing.
I really like doing something where we know that it's a TV show.
Right.
The characters in the show know that they're in a TV show.
Right. I think it's
Or
really
like-
interesting thinking about
The
this.
characters don't know.
No, I mean,
Well, they do also in our
Yeah, no,
specific
that's-
case. But
wait, no, I thought that the whole premise of the show is that we were playing actors doing a TV show.
No.
No, but it is.
We're
a
playing
TV
the
show.
characters in a TV show. We know.
we know.
Wait, what do we know?
We know.
This isn't real.
How are we doing Who's on First without being at the baseball game yet?
Hey, save something for sweeps.
All right, so Andy, it's your scene. Where do you want this to play out first here? Talk to me about. Maybe let's start with you. How do you give in to your impulse, and there are consequences?
I think.
And we can all just play this. We can all just play this out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think what happens is the majority of the team is like, "This is a stupid idea," right?
Yeah, I think everyone just starts throwing the pin or the flags back at you all at once. Forget it, man. I'm not getting fined. And they all just fly back at the mascot.
Wait, I
Llewellyn
don't think
takes like
we're
a
gonna get...
very, very like slow, deep breath, and then just picks them all up and puts them away back in their bag, and just says, "I will solve it myself." And they start writing something down on their clipboard again, and clearly they've got a big idea.
Through the mascot, like
My yes.
thing.
Yeah, they have their writing is terrible because they have very big gloves on
Yes.
and also are writing it in some alien language.
Yeah,
Presumably.
they just learned these letters.
Yeah.
Your yes is about resisting your impulse, so that means you're not closed off. You get to
Oh.
have this. This is a character scene, not a plot scene.
Got it.
So yes, you do resist your impulse, but there are consequences. So what are the consequences to you resist to your you manage to resist it, but then also there are consequences.
Well, I guess if the rest of the team decided that they didn't want to do this plan, then the consequences is that we are further othered by the teammates that are not part of our secret alien antiquing clique.
You don't think it's the opposite thing here, since you resisted your closed off, which is like you're in with them, but the consequences are you drive a little bit of a wedge between the aliens and you, or it can go the other way.
I resisted my impulse by supporting Llewellyn.
I got you. Yes. That makes sense. Yes, I got you. Yeah, that adds up. So we get Jackie and I think saying to you, we don't need to listen to you, newbie, or whatever baseball terms are for rookie.
Rookie, yeah, that's right. I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie. Listen, I might be a rookie, and I might be the worst goddamn player on this team.
He is.
He is.
Yep.
I am. It's fine, but it's fine.
Is.
And we have to get people to like the rest of you.
Can't even bunt.
But you were there we just were practicing. You saw me bunt. He's the worst.
I did see you bunt.
I called you an above average coach. You are a below average coach.
Rest stop in 5 minutes, everybody.
Never gonna make it to the show.
Oh. All right, let's cut to commercial. Let's take a 5-minute break. For real, actually.
Are we doing fan mail? I want to give
yes.
Andy fan mail.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
Can you give multiple fan mail, or do you pick one person?
Each person can give one fan mail.
Got it.
Yep. All right, I'm going to shuffle these. I'm going to recall these cards. And then shuffle them. All right. It's weird how much easier this would be with a real deck of cards. All right, take a 5-minute break. We will be right back. We are back, as long as everyone else is good. Everyone's good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going into Act 2, the second act of this game. The first act, again, was, largely about kind of setting up what the main crisis is, the main conflict for this scene, or for this episode. The second scene, or the second act, not the second scene, the second act is about complicating that by introducing some new issues. So I'll read the section here just so that we can kind of dig.
Everyone
into
hates us. We're not good at baseball. We're going up against a tougher team.
Yep.
Let's find a way to throw a wrench in that.
So, I should be clear. Actually, I probably should have read Act 1 out loud first. I'll just do that now. Act 1 is introduce the problem. Even the most amazing heroes have ordinary days, but that's not why we watch TV. We tune in to watch the good stuff, and good for us usually means bad for them. We don't want to watch Sarah Connor on the Terminator, the Sarah Connor. We don't want to watch Sarah Connor on Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, buying stamps. I'm going to amend that. We don't want to watch Sarah Connor on Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. We want to watch, just period, the end. I don't want to watch that show. That show was bad. We want to watch her making hard choices as she fights to save her son. We don't want to watch Mary on Rain, sitting quietly with her friends doing some needlepoint. We want to watch...
You're telling me Jack Bauer doesn't eat or go to the bathroom that whole 24 hours?
That whole time he doesn't do it.
The whole time he doesn't eat or go to the bathroom?
We want to watch her struggling to protect the interests of her kingdom. When we watch TV, we want to watch the characters face problems. Your episode needs problems. If this episode features a spotlight protagonist, which it didn't or doesn't, I have to introduce a problem that resonates with the character. And it's like, oh, it's okay to be heavy-handed in Act 1. The game can fumble around a bit in the beginning if the protagonists don't have something big to respond to, so get in their faces with an urgent problem. I think we've made that pretty urgent. You got to win the game to keep the job, Bianchi. Obviously, Llewellyn, you really need to bring up the spirits here and make the ratings good across both shows. And Keith, you gotta get out of your shell, and you gotta get good at baseball, or else things with Chaz are gonna keep going bad. So that was Act 1. Act 2. Complications and contrasts. If resolving the problem were easy, it would make for a really boring and short episode. So even if it seems to be easy at first, it never is. Act 2 is all about what stands in the way of the protagonists achieving their goals. There are bad guys with big knives, or there's an exam that keeps the character from skipping class, or someone's friend or loved one is being uncooperative or inconsiderate. No scene should be without its roadblocks. Act 2 ends on the halfway point, and it usually culminates in a big reveal or shocking twist. So who has the first? I should read the rest of this thing really quick. At least one player should consider taking the opportunity for character development in the second act. These subplots, called B story, C story, etc., in screenwriting should develop, and protagonists and supporting roles should be doing things that put attention on the spotlight protagonist. We don't really have a spotlight because it's the pilot, but you can still kind of think about these as like, okay, how am I developing my B and C story? I think those are pretty well established at this point. I kind of feel like the A story here is the game with like who wins the game, because that affects both Keith and Frankie, with the B plot being what are you going to do for the TV show. But I think obviously there's overlap in terms of what characters are in which parts of that. So who has the first Act 2 scene? We come back from commercial break. What do we see? What's happening?
I don't have an idea yet, straight up. So.
Okay. Have we gotten to Bloomington yet? Are we on the road, or have we arrived? Think about the TV show of it. Like, what's the first thing we see? Do we see y'all checking into a different motel? Like, the same type of motel as the one you live in at home, but, like, run by, like, an off-brand Chez?
I mean, is it like the shot is the shot back from commercials definitely like driving past the "Welcome to Bloomington" sign, and then we probably cut to
Yeah. What do we cut to? You can take the lead.
There's
if you have
definitely two different shots of the bus driving down just like a road,
right, and pulling
then
into a shitty motel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely the same motel because it's the pilot and we're not building another set.
Right, it's just shot from a different angle or whatever.
Yeah, it's shot from a different angle. It has like a different sign. Like signs are cheap.
Right, they've layered over the sounds of like ravens or something cawing or like pigeons instead of seagulls. Basically, it's like pigeons cooing instead of seagulls cawing, but it's very much still that same shot or that same building and set.
25 aliens in the outfield facts you didn't know. Did you know that the reason why you only see the east wall of Che's Manor and the west wall of this other motel is because it's the same building with two different signs on it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
I didn't know that.
No. So any ideas here? Maybe here's a different thing. Do we want to advance someone's character? Do we want to like dig into more character stuff, or is there a plot thing that you want to address right away?
I think, do we want to save the TV show stuff, the antiquing part? I feel like that's been under-addressed.
I do
like
agree that's been under-addressed. Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we were like by default just gonna do that last, but I think that I want to.
No, I think we need to start setting that up.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's a sequence of either Andy or Keith, one of you, doing the like preliminary. What the fuck do we do in Bloomington? Like setup. Trying to find something to shoot that's like, here's an interesting thing in Bloomington. Here's either one of you want to do that for your scene?
I think I would like to do it for my scene.
Okay, so let's start there. We get you both maybe stepping out of the motel, and then we can go anywhere else. But I just want the shot of the two of you coming out of the motel with your gear, basically. So Keith, where is it? What are you doing? And who is there?
So I think what it is. We contacted the guys that run the like all the garbage trucks that collect from like the rich part of town.
Okay.
We connected with the junkyard there.
Okay.
And like that's where like the nice garbage is.
So you're literally just going to a junkyard.
Yeah, they were going to a junkyard. Yeah, there's cool shit at a junkyard, man.
I get you.
Yeah, and I've got a backpack on with a bunch of equipment, and then I've got in my pocket a really small backpack with smaller versions of all the same equipment.
Oh my god, great! So who's there?
It's me. It's Llewellyn.
It can just be, and then people at the salvage place or the junkyard or whatever.
People at the salvage place. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think Jack is there. Jack moves like.
Yeah.
Like, there may be some cool shit under this big thing.
Right. Cool.
Can you lift this bus?
And is this
I can lift the bus.
This sounds like a plot scene then?
Yeah, it's a plot scene.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So set the scene in motion. Let's talk about. Did you just like walk up to the reception or whatever, like to the front office, basically?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if the. I mean, I don't think it's a very nice front office. I think it's a junkyard's front office.
Yeah, totally. I think you see a kind of a middle-aged dude with a white beard,
James Gandolfini-esque.
No, I don't think he's that round. I think he's like squared off in a real way.
Okay.
Like he's heavy set also. Black dude, but like with a stark white beard. He's like, so he kind of looks like a Black Santa a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
but Black Santa with like his beard a little more trimmed than that.
Okay.
And he's sitting behind
It's neat. It's not like Santa's wild.
Right, exactly.
Santa beard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, goddamn. I didn't expect to see the old Bluff City Blackjacks coming to my salvage emporium.
Oh yeah, you a fan?
I know the Keith Carberry face everywhere, anywhere I see it.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad. That's nice.
These two, I don't know.
They're really better players.
I got to tell you this, Mr. Hall, you're bigger than I ever imagined. And Jack just kind of like flexes involuntarily. Like he like tightens up at his name being said. Do you know what I mean? But like his whole office muscle is like, whew, goddamn.
Llewellyn like pats Jack on the back and is just like, he's a quiet boy.
Jack like nods and is like, yeah, I'm just trying to. Can't
focused.
wait.
He's got his head in the game.
Yeah.
It's
Jack-
okay, Jack, don't stress about that.
I think
You're
Jack
fine.
just hates being in this human body. Like I really think Jack hates it. But is determined.
Jack is like, I'm so small in this human body.
Yeah, totally. Like feels
I'm
constrained.
tiny.
Totally.
Yeah. I feel huge.
Right. Yeah, it's like the opposite thing, right?
I am stuck in a mascot costume.
Wait, are you in the mascot costume currently?
I mean, I think we talked about because I
Yeah,
got wings.
you do
How
have
I hide
wings.
those?
Totally. Are you just wearing the bottom part of the mascot body? What's your head like?
It's a moth head.
Okay,
like,
so
I'm
you're
Mothman.
almighty. Oh,
Like that's one of the reasons why I was the mascot. I think when the character
Yeah,
creation
uh-huh.
was.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
'cause
I
you're
can't
just a
hide any
moth.
other way.
Yeah.
whoops, didn't mean that. Okay. So this guy, his name's BJ. He's like, what are you looking for today?
And we're looking for anything that deserves a second look.
Oh, we got it
Does that
all
make
here.
sense?
Let me tell you what we got. We got antennas. We got old tube TVs. We got metals, both ferrous and non-ferrous. We got ferrous wheels.
You have Ferris wheels?
The little ones.
Little one. How little?
Oh, they're teeny. I don't even know if you can find them out there.
Oh, we could find them.
Oh, well. Thing is, we don't have our open door hours are limited today, so you only have a little bit of time out there. And,
That's fine. We're quick. How do you just so that we know? How do you have it laid? Do you have it like garbage,
Yep.
good stuff, or do you have it like broken stuff, working stuff, or do you have
That's
it like
right.
everything's all together? Oh, it's broken stuff, working stuff.
And the first one you said too.
And okay, so it's garbage,
Yep.
and then cool stuff, and
No,
then
I didn't say anything about cool stuff.
okay, garbage, and then interesting stuff, and then
Yep. Also,
broken stuff, working stuff,
and then also on top of that, we got the color coding system.
this is great.
We got the
This
reds.
is the best junkyard I ever been to.
We got the blues. We got the oranges.
So we all.
Tell me about it, son. So we got it color coded out there: red, blue, orange, crimson, violet.
The color does that correspond to the color of the item, or does that mean something else?
Is two things. So first and foremost, most importantly, it talks about the year it's from. Second, it has to do with the quality and color of the item.
Wait, so all of the items of the same color are from the same year?
That's why we have red and crimson. You got to subdivide.
That's wild. That is so weird that you have that.
You know, it's a family business, and we've been doing things a certain way.
Everything that's red. What year is all the red stuff
1973.
from? What do you do with something that's red that's from a different year?
There are other junkyards here in Bloomington if that's what you're looking for.
I guess, but this one's top rated. So
I read my Yelp reviews. I take them very serious.
So if someone throws out something that's red, you have to throw it out again somewhere else?
Throw out is such a harsh word. We find a new home for it.
you rehome.
That's what we say. We say, you're a regular old man. That's what you are. Regular old man.
Yes, we are all incredibly regular.
We're also super old.
I can tell you got the old blood in you. Young souls, old blood. That's what I always say. It's the family motto. The BJ family motto. So,
Is your last name BJ?
that's right. That's why it says outside, it says BJ Salvage.
BJ just sounds like such a, and I don't know a ton about names. It just sounds like such a first name.
Well, it's been that too. Time and again.
Time and again, BJ's been a first name. All right, let's get in there, I guess.
And he walks you over and he unlocks the junkyard gate and it just slides all the way open. Real quick, Bianchi, Frankie, what are you doing during all of this? Because I like the notion of we haven't gotten to the crisis point here yet. Or maybe we're about to because we're going to get you guys digging through all this shit. But I'm curious, if the camera cut to a Frankie thing, what would be happening? Any ideas? Other than three of your key people not being around?
I think Frankie's just not super, he hasn't super jumped into this show part.
Right.
So he's I don't know, he's looking at a pile
Oh, no. I meant elsewhere in blue. I don't think you're here at all.
In this scene, yeah.
Is he at a bar? Is he scouting the other team? What's he doing?
I'll tell you what hasn't come up yet. He's not with his kid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean,
he could be.
He could be.
Your kid came along, but the first suggestion was just, go hang out at the bar.
I mean, I sort of think that is it. I think it's they're at the TGI Fridays and they're both looking at the scouting reports are out on the table and they're both kind of perusing them, but they're also both kind of just looking past each other at the TV.
So this is a character scene then?
Yeah.
Dad, it says here that Smith likes to hit high and outside. He always hits high and outside.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good scouting. You gotta...
What's high and outside?
What'd you say?
What's high and outside? Is that what Uncle Ches gets?
It's cold but fun.
Yeah, kind of. So you bat right-handed.
That's, yeah.
So you're at the plate.
Actually, wait. He goes no, Dad, I'm a lefty.
Oh. All right. So you're at the plate. You're on the right side of the plate. You're on the right batter's box.
Yeah.
All right. So high and outside for you would be on the opposite end of the plate, on the corner there, the black on the other side.
Uh-huh.
And it would be, letter high or better.
What's a letter high?
Okay, so you're wearing a uniform, right?
You never got me one. You said you were going to get me one, but you said they didn't come in kid sizes.
Yeah, they don't. It's a bad organization.
Okay, cut back at that too. Back in the junkyard. Oh, fuck. Drag. Tim Howell's in the chat. Hey, at least he hasn't sold this kid to a wizard nobody trusts.
Sold is not the right verb.
Oh my god.
Owned. Yeah, that's true. All right.
And I think we disagree on how much we all trusted that wizard.
That's true. We did.
We did, yeah.
How are things going in the junkyard? What do we look at?
Hold on, I'm chewing a General's chicken.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, I'm back. Have you guys seen Charlotte's Web cartoon?
What?
Have you guys seen the Charlotte's Web cartoon?
Yes.
Do you remember the Templeton the Rat scene where he goes to get the food at the circus?
No. It has been so long. I've seen this movie.
Templeton the Rat is singing a song about how much he likes trash and how much he likes food, and he's diving and swimming like Scrooge McDuck through a pile of garbage.
And is this what's happening with Keith Carberry?
That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god. Okay. What color is the trash?
And it's not, by the way, it's not it's not trash. It's very interesting stuff.
Right. So what color pile are you in?
We start with blue. Blue is, I think.
Yeah. What year is blue?
If your trash is blue, it's 1982.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. And we also, here's the other thing. The thing that he didn't say is that it's also.
I'm laughing at my own joke. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah, I hear you.
God.
It's also arranged by size, and so there's like a huge blue truck, just a whole truck, and we get just Jack like lifting the whole, like looking left and right very anxiously. I imagine Jack looks a little bit like Batista in Guardians of the Galaxy. What's that character's name?
Cracks, I think.
Cracks.
Drax.
Drax.
Sorry, I was a little far away from my microphone.
Yeah, Drax ish
outside
in terms of like build and like, you know, bald and all that, and like lifts high and outside. Lifts the truck, or there's just like a big blue column. There's a big blue like 1982 Charlie tuna, like giant Charlie tuna metal like roadside sign that's like, or not even a sign, like a full statue of Charlie from the tuna company. And he's like lifting it and like looking under. Nothing under here. What are you doing, Llewellyn?
I kind of want to rummage around some of the smaller stuff.
Okay.
And like. Okay, I guess I'm going to show my hand a little bit here. What is the Bloomington Blooms mascot?
Oh, it's just a big person who looks like not a flower, like a bouquet of flowers.
Okay, so they are looking for materials to make something that looks like that.
Okay, good. I think it's crisis time. We have to figure out if you all find some things. So, cards. What do I have left? I have 15. I'm going to spend 2 for myself, which raises me up to 3. Boop. Let's spend 2. Drops me down to 13 budget. Andy. Start with 2.
Okay, yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything I could use here that would make sense.
You've nerd. You have...
Yeah, nerd might be able to work. But I might just end up spending some my fan mail here.
Okay. As a note, you can also spend fan mail in other people's scenes. Or for other people, also.
I didn't know that.
That's an interesting thing, yeah.
Okay, I'll just use 1 for myself for now.
Okay.
Take my usual 2.
I feel like this is particularly high stakes because it's like the baseball thing is the thing that's supposed to be hard for us, and like the antiquing thing is the thing that like we were sent because we know how to do it.
Right. Are you using your other antiquing thing?
Me? Yeah.
Okay. So you also are going to do 3?
I'm going to do 3, yeah.
So you both get 3. We all have 3. We're all getting 3.
All right. Sounds like it's definitely even, and we're all...
Definitely not going to get screwed. So... Yeah, that should even it out, right?
It should even it out.
Card.
Oh my fucking god! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wait, what happened?
Just deal your cards.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna have somehow have 3 red aces.
I feel.
Ready?
Okay. Austin's tone makes him sound unbeatable here.
It might unbeatable. Well, unbeatable is true, but we'll see. Ready? Flip.
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh,
I got a 7 of hearts red, Queen of hearts red, King of hearts red, King of hearts. Oh, not the high card. Keith.
I got the high card.
You got the high card with an ace. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. All right, so this is a plot scene, not a
I'm a
character
no
scene.
but.
You're a
That's
no
right.
but, and Andy is a no and.
Yeah.
Which means Llewellyn.
How this has got to be? What is going on with these cards? This is
luck. Luck goes like this sometimes.
but that means that luck is going the exact opposite way for you.
I'm having a good night. So no, Llewellyn, you don't get what you want, and your impulse of being high strung is provoked again. And Keith, you know you don't get what you want, but you do keep it together. But you just kind of have a nice. You're able to remain unclosed off. And wait, also was that a fan mail? That last one was a fan mail, right? Andy?
yeah, it's like it's back in the budget.
So that goes back to me. So that was a good turn
Great.
for me. Let me recall these cards. I go up to 14. Oh, hey. There we go. Boom. And you spent one of these tokens, right?
I spent one, yeah.
Okay. Boom. And I spent 2, so there should be 2
Eventually, these odds are going to come. I mean, I know that's not how statistics works, but eventually these odds are going to come crashing down on us instead.
Well, the thing that's going to
not
happen
how
is
that works.
it's not how it works, but the budget is going to run out, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so
What
we
I
need.
just did happens a bunch more.
That's true. So here, exactly. We need to know what happens here. So what's the camera show for Keith and for Llewellyn and for Jack?
I think so for Jack, I think Jack is tired.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing, but also Jack is like, I'm tired from
right. It's just
lifting
actually
all of
worn
the
out.
stuff.
Yeah, totally. What about for you, Keith?
For me, I think I'm just like, they say first run's a dry run. That's what they say. We come from a whole other planet. You don't know what our sayings are.
I'm from the same world.
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, are you? Do you break fourth wall in this moment? Is this a confessional or is this a?
No.
I mean, I'm filming for the Alien TV show.
Oh, right, you are. That's true. Yeah.
But then that still wouldn't.
No, that still wouldn't work.
It still wouldn't work. I mean, I guess it would work as like the Alien TV show watchers know that we're also cutting a version of the episode for humans. So
God. You know what it could be is in the Alien version, you're saying that's just some Earth slang, and then in the Earth version, it's I'm from another planet. You guys wouldn't know what we say.
This is a bit that you're aliens on this show.
hiding in plain sight.
God.
We're like, Keith Swan. He's he's from another world.
Ugh. Llewellyn, what's this look like for you? What's it look like when your impulses are provoked?
So I think what it is because we've talked about how Llewellyn shoots a lot of this too.
Yeah.
It's like first person at first of Llewellyn just like filming
Oh my God.
digging through for antiquing, and then the camera just kind of like they just like I'm just gonna step away for a sec, and they set the camera down, and then you see just like the head of the mascot gets taken off and put like just out of frame of the camera, and then you just see like a Mothman fly over to like where the biggest amount of junk is, and they just start tearing through it trying to find anything, but they can't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the sort of high impulse thing, and then like
God.
I have a like maybe someone sees them could be the consequence here.
Ooh, who sees them?
I mean, BJ maybe, or another player, like an enemy, like a player from the other.
Yeah,
team.
because remember the other team has the other aliens on it,
Oh, yeah.
who are here to try to make it so that the Earth does blow up. God, what's their name, and what do they look like? Oh, it's the other team mascot.
Yeah.
It has to be just a giant bouquet of flowers.
It's the same ploy. It's the same plot.
ploy, except what they manage to do is they pull. You see a cowboy hat, and it starts to like a giant cowboy hat, and it raises up from behind a pile of of old. You know what it is? It's behind the Ferris wheel the dude told you about. It's like 7 of them, and they're really densely interconnected. And this cowboy hat just pokes up above, and then underneath it is just a fake bouquet of flowers with big cartoon eyes, wearing the cowboy hat and holding like a duplicate copy of your head, of your mascot head. And you can like raises.
This is horrible. I just want to just disclaim this. This is awful.
Like it looks like a Power Rangers villain. Raises like a limb, like a hand to their head, to their face, and like does like a laugh. Also, here's a note about this alien. This is just what they look like. They are not in a costume. Their body is that of like a mascot.
Thanks, I hate it.
Are the flowers actually flowers, or did they have to disguise?
No, they're all like silk flowers. Do you know what I mean? They were always.
No, sorry. Yeah. So I mean, you answered my question, but what I was saying was, are they actually flower shaped, or did they have to do something?
No, they are already.
They
are already flower shaped, and that's why they decided to infiltrate the blooms.
Okay.
I bring
so
my
they don't
own
have like
costume.
16 hydras that they glued petals on. They have petals.
They move like Hydra heads. They move independently. Thank you for this detail.
No problem.
And yeah, they can set you up now. That is the consequence.
They hiss too. They're like they're flowers, but they're still
Why are you still doing this? What's happening right now?
Well, no, there has never anywhere in the known universe been a flower that's scary.
Virginia Payne says a hydrangea hydra. Thank you.
Oh my god.
All right, so cut. Let's go back to TGI Fridays. How's it going in there, buddy?
I think I finally explained where the letters are. Maybe like there's a game on in the background.
Right. And you're like standing up, pointing at the screen.
Yeah,
and the waiter.
Those are the letters.
Sir, could you please sit down? Sir.
No, I cannot. I'm teaching my son about baseball.
Sir, we all love baseball here in Bloomington, but we really need you to take a seat. Other customers are saying you're disturbing the TGI Fridays. It's very important.
Well, I mean, I bought 3 appetizers. I think I could stand up on a chair for a minute.
Appetizers.
Yeah, please, sir. They're called appetizers.
I'm not saying that.
TM. Dad, they're called appetizers.
They're called happytizers. I don't know what they're called.
Sir, take a seat. Sit
Fine.
down with your beautiful child. And
I'm doing it.
Thank you, sir.
God.
Go Blooms. Anyway, I'll be right out with your entrees.
Yeah, you love baseball so much. Why are you so bad at it?
I think we decided this was a character scene more than a plot scene, right?
Yeah.
What is I think we're at the crisis point for sure. It's just like, can you have a decent meal with your child?
I contend that I can, but I don't have anything to call on to help me for this.
Someone else could
listen,
spend.
maybe you get lucky.
You could spend fan mail. Oh, also, yeah, any fan mail for that last scene.
Oh, I thought they were both really good.
Do you want to give one?
If I give one to Llewellyn, can I also give one to Frankie? Is that 2 separate scenes?
No, these are 2 separate scenes. The Frankie scene is ongoing now. You could give him
the...
the...
scene hasn't ended yet.
Yeah, we just kind of cut to this scene in the middle. So, yes, you're going to give one to Llewellyn?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'll give one to Keith Carberry.
Okay. And what were you saying, Andy?
I was also going to give one to Keith.
All right, cool. So, the thing... You're right. You currently you don't have anything to call on, Art. Right?
No.
But,
yeah. There's no like connection or anything that applies to any character in the scene here.
No. Your Paulie Patio or your Ches or your veteran ball player thing.
Yeah, if only it was someone other than your son that you were with.
Well, I mean, veteran ball player is tapped out. I think I could have made a case for that because I was explaining baseball, but...
Probably. So the thing is, if you're not in a scene, you can spend 1 point of fan mail to draw 1 card for or against 1 protagonist in the scene. Spend as much fan mail as you want to get additional cards. Any cards bought with fan mail that count as points. That is, those who come up hearts or diamonds earn the producer a point of budget. So it's the same thing as spending fan mails in regular time. So if either of you want to give poor Frankie a fan mail, now is the time to tell me. Jesus Christ.
Man, y'all a bunch of dicks.
This is your fault that you can't talk to your son.
Oh wait, we can give people fan mail from our.
Yes.
thing?
Yeah,
I'll give
yeah.
both.
Including, you could give. I mean, you could give one to. I mean, I don't know who you'd give it to, other than. There's not really.
But
Like
you're
an
trying to get me to give
antagonist
you
in the
one when
scene.
you're not in the scene.
No, because you, Austin, you said like if there was like an antagonist in the scene.
You could just give me one. You could just give me
Oh,
one.
you could, yeah, okay, yeah. You could give Austin one.
If you think it's more interesting that he lose here, you could totally do that.
I do, but I feel like I'm gonna need this fan.
I
mail,
spent
so.
2 budget on this, so I have 3 cards. Art by default has 2.
I'll give Art 1 so it's even.
Okay.
Thank you for being decent.
As always, Art, make
First
sure
time
to
anyone's ever said that about me.
Yeah.
make sure to slide the third one over to the right.
That's just the one that's the furthest right on my.
Yes, your current furthest right one. Just honor system here. I could check, but I'd rather be honor system. Okay.
This is gonna be bad.
My
Ready?
policy is to not give dads breaks, so
That is true. Fuckdads.com
Long.
is definitely a...
Yeah.
fuckdads.com
Ready?
represent it.
Yeah.
Flip them. Red, black, black. Not
But I won the.
right. So
got my card.
you give into your impulse, but there is a silver lining. And I don't get any budget out of this. That fan mail card was black. I had 2 reds. I had a red, I had a jack of hearts and a 8 of diamonds. Art only had the 2 of hearts, one of the lowest cards possible. So I'm going to get
Well, it
rid of.
doesn't matter. It's my highest card overall.
Right. True.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
Sorry, so that was a no and, right?
That was a no and. So tell me. So what's this
That's
look
a
like?
no but.
It's a no but. Yeah. Sorry. There is a.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yes. No but. There is a silver lining. So you do give into your impulse, and your impulse again is to be unsupportive.
Yeah.
But what's that look like, and what's the silver lining?
We all know what it looks like.
Yeah, we sure fucking do.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. Just eat your mozzarella sticks.
They're not really made with mozzarella.
I don't have. I need like a funny word, a fake mozzarella word. Could someone help me?
You're
Like,
not
what would
mozzarella.
the-
It's fake mozzarella.
Your mozzarella sticks.
It's NAUGHT because there's zero mozzarella.
There's zero
in it.
mozzarella. In it. They're not really. Yeah, they're mozzarella. Thank you. You know what? I think here's the bright side. Here's the silver lining. Thanks for letting me know about what high and outside is. What I was saying is that 3 of their best hitters, they always swing when it's high and outside.
All right, that's real good. That's real good information. Thank you. We're gonna use that to win.
Oh,
We gotta win this fucking game. We need to win this fucking game.
Mom says not to cuss.
Oh, that was not.
Oh,
That was me.
okay, gotcha. Okay. Ugh. All right, we have one more scene in this act. It's Llewellyn's scene.
Wait, I would like to
Okay,
publicly solicit fan mail.
Yeah, do you want to give
Oh, I do want to give. I do want to
Okay.
give
Frankie some fan mail? Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Done. One more.
I mean,
was only
Art
one.
did really good doing really bad.
Oh, he did so good doing really bad. Oh. We only have 1 token left in this audience pool. Oh, that's not true. That's not true because I just spent 2, so 2 more go in. That's true. Boom. Boom. All right. Healthy audience pool.
I'm not entirely sure what to do here, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. This is the last scene of the second act, so this is definitely where like the twist should come. Don't think about things you want to do, even think about things where your character is there. And maybe this is the scene that follows on from seeing the Bloom get your mascot head.
Yeah.
How could they fuck with you with that?
I mean, they show up to the game in my uniform.
What about even before? I mean, we could cut to. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end the second act and probably this recording is like we cut from that night to I almost said opening day, but it's not opening day, but to the stands, and or to the stadium the next day. Everyone's warming up. Who is there, and is this a character scene or is this a plot scene?
I think this is plot because we're going to be addressing the conflict with the other team.
Yeah.
And I'm down for this to be another like ensemble one.
Yeah.
We all kind of need to be there for the game.
Totally.
It'd be kind of a good way to end, especially if this is the last thing we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
For this recording.
Sounds good. All right. So, who's there? What's going on? Is everyone practicing? Is this the day of the game? I guess it would be, right? You're not doing like a 3-day vacation before the game starts.
Yeah.
We probably get in the day before.
Yeah, exactly. So what is the conflict here? I think you're there. It's like an hour before the game starts. Y'all are maybe even still in the. How about this? Y'all are still in the locker rooms. And there's like a TV that shows the field basically, and people are taking to the stands already, and out on the field already is the black jacket. You're already there, doing like basically giving the hands have been reformed to give the finger to the crowd, and they're just riling everybody up. There's definitely you like trying to rip the American flag in half, but you're not strong enough to.
Sorry. Who's trying to rip the American flag in half?
The mascot, except your mascot is in your locker room, so it's someone dressed up as the Black Jackets mascot.
Oh man, minor league baseball heels.
Yes. That's what's happening on the TV.
Do we have like a shitty backup mascot costume that I'm in now?
No, because you're in your mascot costume.
Oh, okay. I thought they took my mascot.
No. They found a trashy one.
Oh,
right.
Okay. I
yes.
Totally misinterpreted
Yes. They found a duplicate one.
Okay, that makes okay.
This is the. Never mind.
Can I just run out and tackle this other?
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Jesus Christ, do
Yeah,
you?
a mascot fist fight is a great second act closer.
Oh, it really is. Yeah, maybe it isn't an ensemble thing. Maybe it is just a you thing.
Yeah, maybe.
You just
Hold on. Is this the first ever baseball fight that happens before the game even starts? Is this both?
They've been playing baseball for like 150 years, so probably not.
Okay, well, it's the first one I've ever seen. Is that both dugouts empty out before the game's even started? Everyone faces off by pretending to face off.
And then when it's over, they project the movie Face Off on the jumbotron.
Oh my god!
I think what happens, Llewellyn sees this, and their first reaction is, "No, don't do that to the flag! I told them about this. They like that thing."
And you just sprint out there.
Yeah.
And I want it to be shot like it's a weird show that we're crafting. So I'm just pulling from various shots I like from various directors and things. But I think it's almost like Spike Lee. Attached to you, you know, the kind of the floating camera that's like just a shot of your face.
I love it, that like the backward steady cam.
The backward steady cam, yes.
Not actually walking, the person's on like the dolly.
The
dolly shot. Yeah. And you're like going through the tunnels of the shitty minor league stadium, and like going past, you know, the maintenance staff and the field, you know, the field maintenance people, and like out into your whole face brightens up when you step out into the sunlight, and then just like you just rage on your face. I think this is the crisis point. Let's do it.
Wait, is it my face or is it just the mascot?
It's the mascot. It's the mascot face, obviously, right?
Yeah. So do I draw angry eyebrows on?
No, I guess not, right?
Yeah,
it's
so it's still
smiling,
smiling.
big smiling,
big
mascot
smiling
thing.
face. But the music, it's like something from Jesus is playing for sure, right? It's Black Skinhead. It's something.
there's like
it's
a
like
big-
boom,
there's like a
boom, boom,
big
boom,
hit.
boom, boom,
It's
boom.
There's a
I don't know
big
if you
hand on the
guys-
first punch.
Remember the mashup of, I think it was that and Personal Jesus that they used for the Atomic Blonde trailer?
Yes.
It's that.
Yes.
For those like super like high concept action scene song playing for a
100%.
mascot fight.
God.
Just like blood on the smiling face of the.
I don't think that far.
No, you don't think there's any blood?
I don't know. I thought we were going for more of a CBS and not an
We're-
HBO.
Yeah, I don't think we're all the
You
way
have a
to...
little bit of blood.
We'll see. We'll see what the roll is, or what the
Yeah.
cards say.
True.
Here's the thing. It's not human blood, and that makes a difference in the ratings.
That is true. That is true. Can I just wait? Let me see. Is this the song?
Is the blood a different color?
There's like
Is
a-
that...
There's
This
like a
is somebody
mashup of it on
else's
YouTube.
mashup. Yeah, but is this the mashup?
That one, but it's good.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to risk getting sued by Kanye West twice in 1 week.
We're all the way fair use on the other end.
Oh, yeah, true. All right. Give me the... Give me... What do you want to... I think I'm going to spend... What's my budget at? 12? I'm going to spend 3 on this. Give me 4 cards.
This
Okay.
is just you and Llewellyn, right? This isn't
Correct.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm obviously gonna spend my fan mail for this.
Yeah.
I think Art and I should both each do one. That's my.
I think
I'm definitely going to do it. I'm recommending.
All right.
I think I want to hold on to fan mail right now. I'm a little worried about
Everything?
everything.
Fair.
If I spend one, I still have one. So I'm gonna give one.
I just realized also you spent one last time, right, Andy?
Yeah, can I not use it then?
No, you did. You did. I just had to mark it on your sheets
Yeah,
at the bottom.
I gave it to Art.
To Art, yeah. 1 second. Because we're actually, wait, it was 1, 2, 3. This is the 3rd scene, right? In the 2nd act.
Next is
3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other way I can get an extra card here. And I can't leverage my beefy friend anymore. Jack.
That's
Oh,
a
you-
shame. He'd
wait.
be real
Yes, you
useful in
can.
this fight.
Yes, you can.
You can?
You only used them once.
Oh, I thought he got cashed out after I used him once.
No, use them
Just one
twice.
time.
You've
Each
up.
one gets twice.
Yeah, up to whatever your screen presence is inside the episode.
Okay.
So you wanna do both of
then
those?
Hell yeah. I want to.
Okay.
Jack, back me up.
All right, so that's 2 more. So that's 4. Anybody else helping here?
Oh, I'm giving one.
And
yeah.
also you're giving one. So that's 5 cards for you. All right. I mean, mark it.
5 versus 3. There's no way this could also go wrong again.
I really hope it goes right.
Keith, why you have to do that to me?
All right.
What? I'm giving you support. I'm giving you audible support.
And I spent what I spent. What did I say? I spent 3.
You said
So that
3.
means I'm down to 9 on my budget. All right, playing them. 1. Again, make sure the right 2 are over to the fan mail side.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Flip card. Didn't flip all my cards.
Oh. Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
That's a win! That's a win and a high card!
What's
Is
up,
that a
motherfucker?
yes and?
It's a yes and. Our first yes
boy.
and. So I got a 10 of clubs, black, 4 of diamonds, red, queen of spades, black, and 8 of hearts, red. Andy got 2 black cards, queen and king of clubs, and then 9 of diamonds, 5 of hearts, ace of hearts. That's a yes. You get what you... Oh, this is a plot scene, I'm guessing?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yes, you get what you want, and you keep it together. So what's this even look like?
I don't know how I'm able to keep it together, but I think what happened.
You're not high strung, right? So maybe that actually
Yeah, you fucking
completely
let loose.
that changes what that dolly shot looks like, right? And so like maybe instead of this, like you come out. Okay, so the personal
We got
personal
the
Jesus,
inside man.
right?
Denzel
Exactly.
Washington.
Yes, we
Dolly
get.
shot.
I think we get your own personal Jesus black skinhead mashup playing as you're inside the tunnels, but then you step outside into the light and everything just like goes quiet and it's just like you're completely calm. You're totally calm as you as you glide across the green to this other fucking mascot. What were you gonna say, Keith?
I was gonna say this is the version of kicking someone's ass where it's not that you snapped, it's where you fucking just like everything was like, oh yeah, I gotta do it. I'm going to do it.
Right. What's it look like, Llewellyn?
I think the first move is that I bonk the mascot head off of it.
Okay.
It's a very clumsy fight. We're both in mascot suits.
You are both in.
This
is the
like
opposite of any Echo scene in Twilight Mirage.
Right.
This is like the least graceful you could be.
Bonk is not like a traditional fight word.
It isn't. So that
not.
reveals that underneath is just the bloom head, the hydrangea.
Yeah.
So what's the second move?
The second move is I did leverage Jack's help.
Oh, you did.
And this is not a typical way people would think Jack would help. Because most people think, oh, big arms, big strong. But no, you know
that's what the Jack T-shirts say. Big arms, big strong.
And then there's an arm under each one, like underlining it.
Trogdor, like it's like weird.
And so what Jack does though is, you know that mean thing kids do where like you're at the pool and someone like crouches down behind someone so you can push them over and they fall in the pool. They do that.
But oh my god!
Except they fall onto the grass, so they're just like embarrassed. And then I pick up the American flag and hold it up and run around.
Perfect. You're running with the flag, and people are like cheering for you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh wow, you like that totally. They came across like a heel. You actually get to be the good guy for once. And before we cut to commercial, what we get is like the Sports Center coverage of this, where it's like, and today in Bloomington, ahead of a minor league scuffle between the Bloomington Blooms and the Bluff City Blackjackets, we had a second little scuffle of their own as the Bluff City's own mascot revealed a dastardly ploy from Bloomington, from Indiana's own favorite minor league team, and then the footage is shown, and everyone is like laughing at the Bloom.
The move that Jack, that's table topping, by the way.
Oh, perfect! Thank you. You know what it is? It is the actual shot there. So we get like the close up of that Sports Center coverage, and then it zooms out slowly to reveal that it's Paulie Patio with a cigar in his hand, watching, and then like when you push him over, we see him snip the end of the cigar, and then it fades. I know it was only half of an episode, but give it the old full episode closure for some reason. It's a 30-minute.
The B plot.
Well, we're in the middle of resolving it, I'd say.
Because the baseball is the dramatic angle, but the show is like the plot.
Right, and we still don't have the solution to that plot yet.
No,
we still haven't shot something in Bloomington.
Yeah, none of what just happened. It all feels great.
It does.
But none of it helps the world not get blown up.
Right, we'll get there. All right, I think it's gonna do it for us. Are we good with that for today?
Definitely.
No.
This game's cool as hell.
Yeah, I love this game. This is a great game.
Does anyone want to give fan mail?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely giving
absolutely.
Llewellyn fan mail.
All right, so both of you get it, and I need to.
Is that the last two in the pool?
No, because I just spent 3. Remember, so 1, 2, 3. So that means of those 3, you're both giving 1 to Andy. So 1.
So you still get a net 1 in the pool.
Oh, was one of those red? I totally missed it.
Yeah, one of them was.
All right, so I go back up to 10 in the budget. And so, yes. Then
also make sure you remove one of my fan mail cards because I used one.
Oh, okay, good call.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, also remove one of mine because
Yes, you also used. Boom. All right, so yeah, I think the economy here is really cool. I really like. I shouldn't be surprised. Again, this game has been like well regarded / loved for 14 years now.
This is great.
And it's from an era where lots of people were trying to figure out card economy mechanics like this. At some point, like with great power is probably just not playable on Roll20 art. But we should talk about with great power on a tips game or something, because there's a lot of games trying to do the things that this game are doing, and that this game does super well, which is like actually structure something sort of like the feeling of another type of media. I love how this stuff is playing out. I'm really digging it. All right, we will be back.
Send us a question about with great power.
Please do. Please do.
Do we have like a timetable on when we're gonna do another one of these?
I would like to do it. I would love to do it early next month so that we can keep the momentum going.
Early, but you mean April, like in the day? 2 days?
2 days. 2 days. I have PAX next weekend, so probably not PAX weekend.
I wasn't sure if you were being loose with next month.
No, I meant early April is what I meant.
Got it. Okay.
So probably once I'm back from PAX. Like, I'd love to sneak it in before that. Maybe if I'm in a decent place, I could do it, but we'll have to look at scheduling.
I have not secured PAX tickets, but I have secured that I'm not going to be working during PAX.
Sick.
So.
We should hang out. We'll talk.
Yeah.
If you're going to be at PAX, I'm going to be there doing a Waypoint panel on next Saturday. It's in the Bumblebee Theater. It's 2:30. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Named after the Transformer.
Presumably.
You guys couldn't even get to the Optimus Theater? Or, like...
No.
On a Hot Rod. He's
Definitely
cool.
could not get the Hot Rod Theater. We'll probably fill out the Bumblebee Theater. I'll be happy to do that, and that's all I need.
Run Button live show April 28th, last Saturday in April. That's a hot media tip from Austin from last time I said this.
That's true. Wait, when was it?
Last Saturday in April, 7 p.m.
There it is.
Eastern
Last Saturday.
Standard
That's right.
Time.
There it is. Look forward to that. Add that to your
Put that in your
calendar. Exactly.
Put that in your GCal.
Where can people find you, Keith?
You can find me on Twitter at Keith J. Carberry. You can find the Let's Plays that I do at youtube.com/runbutton. Maybe you've never seen Run Button. Maybe you don't know what you're getting into with this marathon that you're going to come watch. You should go watch some videos. Sign up to the Patreon, contentburger.biz. Watch the Shenmue Let's Play. That's the best thing that we've ever done. Watch. I mean, it's free, too. Watch the free, too.
Andy, how about you?
Hey, so like I said, my Twitter is Captain Trash. I'm also on videogamechoo.com, but the thing I've been really proud of lately outside of this show is Emoji Drome, the other podcast that I've started with my friend Ryan. We actually just did an alien-themed episode that just dropped today at the time of recording. So if you want to give us a listen, we're both on iTunes and available on the internet in many forms.
And Art.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Atebbel. Also on Twitter, you can see this picture of the New Day cosplaying as the Black Panther characters. And it's awesome.
Shit, that sounds great.
Real good.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really good.
Yeah, and check out One Song Only at onesongonly.com and One Song Pod on Twitter. Is that right? One Song Podcast? One Song Pod on Twitter.
One Song Pod on Twitter, correct.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Again,
the capsule where it plays one song. You go in and it lulls you to sleep with the one song.
Samantha says wait where, and I don't know what they're wait wearing, and I wish I could say. If you respond quick enough, we'll respond in chat, probably. I don't know how.
YouTube.com/runbutton. That's
probably where.
As always, YouTube.com/runbutton.
As always, thank you for watching the show and for supporting us. If you'd like to support us more, or if you want to catch up on things like Map Maker, friends of the table. Cash. Oh, New Day thing. Yes. Just where are those pictures at?
Xavier Woods' Twitter.
I tried to link it, but YouTube won't let me because we have links turned off, obviously.
Oh, I need to I say something else and I'll mod you.
Hello.
The weird thing is, I thought Kofi Kingston looked like he was doing Killmonger hair this week on SmackDown, and then he's T'Challa.
Oh. Huh.
I tried sending it again and it didn't work.
I got you. I just modded you. Okay. All right, everybody, that's going to do for us. I'm going to go eat more crab rangoon. Bye.
Wait, also real quick, can you also mod me? Because I'm not.
Does it unmod you?
Run button is modded. I'm not.
Oh, my God. Okay, you're modded. All right, everybody, that's going to do for us. We'll try to catch back up with this very soon. Peace.
Don't we usually clap on the end of a live?
Oh, we do clap on the end of a live. I'm tired, y'all.
Yeah, no, same.
I'm feeling really good.
55?
Yeah, 55. Yeah. Are you there, Andy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, that was all right.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm glad my voice decided to go out right at the end of recording.
Seriously.
Halfway through.
I feel you. All right, bye.
Later. That game's really
catch
fun.
you guys later. Oh, what are we saving this as?